What is up, everybody? It's Monday. A little bit of Monday football.
What's up?
I do a little collab at the beginning there. I'm gonna start trying to do those every week, but that was a lot of fun. Had some highlights from the Steelers game. Had some highlights from the Browns game. Tell you right now, it's a little difficult finding some highlights from the Steelers game. It was basically one drive, and then a couple sacks from T.J. Watt, but I'm gonna find the game real quick. I know Iggy's got the game going on, but
Guess what the first play was?
This is a lot of fun. What's up, Iggy?
What was the first play? Guess what the first play was?
The first play?
Guess what it was? Guess what happened?
Oh, you mean that? Oh, right now?
Yeah.
Touchdown.
Guess what happened?
Or a fumble.
Dude, Ron Watson threw it to Harrison Bryant. Alex Smith was out on him out wide. It got tipped by Minka Fitzpatrick. Alex Highsmith returned it all the way for a pick six, bro. First play of the game. Shout out to the Alex Highsmith truther. None other than your boy right here telling everybody to go get him in my top 10 rankings for a reason.
Let's go. What's up, everybody?
That video and that play, forget about it. That's like the deadly combination. They should be handing it to Chubb the rest of the game. I can't believe it, dude. I couldn't ask for a better start. I got him in. I'm playing against Bob Harris right now and the Fantasy Football Sevens, and he has the Steelers defense, but I have Alex Highsmith, so I think I just passed him up, dude. Right, tell us what you guys need tonight. Everybody tell us what they're working on, what they need for a comeback. Oh, my gosh.
It's pretty crazy.
What a start, dude.
I might just have to cast it from my TV.
Yeah, let's see here. I can't believe that play. I got to check out the scores. Thank y'all for being here. Want to give a shout out to our what's the word? Sponsor, yeah. Our sponsor, Bettor Vision. Like I said, make sure you go check it out. You can get all your fantasy teams. Look at them at one spot. It's amazing, man. That's the way to do it, just like that. Make sure you get it all set, okay? Thank you, Bettor Vision, for that. Yeah, look at that. Alex Highsmith, 21 points. Boom, just like that. Gotta love it. Back to the top.
Make sure y'all check out the little collab video I did. Maybe I'll throw it in when we get to halftime. Maybe I'll throw it in again. That's a lot of fun, man. It was a lot of fun to make. It was a little bit of a tough time, figuring out how to screenshot a bunch of the stuff, make some clips, find a good music, find good transitions. But yeah, I think we're gonna have to do that every week now, at least every watch party. Get some highlights. I like doing that video editing. That's a lot of fun.
I do like it, dude. That was amazing. That's definitely one of the best videos I think we've ever had. Got a flood right to Deshaun Watson, right to, it looks like Amari Cooper. He looked fine right there.
Yeah, I thought so Amari Cooper's playing?
Yeah, he just caught a pass.
That's weird. Good thing I left him out.
Yeah, I don't have him in my lineup. Want to give a shout out to the Oasis, JC and I in the top 10 in that. This week, unless something drastic changes, I think we'll finish in the top 10. But you never know. 4 games, there's still a lot of people putting up points. So, and how does it sound with this microphone? I'm trying to tilt it. Does it sound okay?
No, you're doing good. You're good. I was trying to look at mics, man. So I know I found some for phone, like clip-on little ones like you have, but
yeah. Yeah, this one's been pretty good. The USB port, I think, is better than that other one I had for 10 years. But I just wanted to make sure it doesn't sound too echoey. We'll be working out during the commercials. Nick Chubb looks like he just ran for about 3 yards, I think. Right behind Derrick Henry, 30 career rushing games of 100 or more yards. Oh, he got 6 yards on that one. That's his average, JC. He averages 5.2 per carry.
Nick Chubb is ridiculous, man. He's absolutely ridiculous. I drafted him as I have him. I don't think he'll pass McCaffrey, though. McCaffrey's just crazy good. But I think he could easily finish at 2.
I have him on 1 on my mono, so I wouldn't be surprised if he does. He's my guy. And you took him from me in the auction. That's what I said when you were a threat. It's exactly what I meant. You know, I knew you were a threat for taking Nick Chubb from me, so no big deal there. Hey, Steelers defense is kind of going how we wanted it to. Oh, my Lord. Like, get him, Minka. Quit messing around, Minka. Pull him to the ground. There we go. I got Minka Fitzpatrick in the Kings Classic representing the sports affiliation. I think we got a good chance to get our first win of that. Tough league if you're not familiar with the Kings Classic. Some of the best of the best. We've already gave Gary, our guy, a big shout-out. But, man, IDP players dream. We got TJ Watt, Minka Fitzpatrick, Zadarius Smith, Alex Highsmith, Cole Holcomb, Grant Deep Delpit. I mean, we got some guys. And what do you think about these white unis?
Oh, I got to get it up first. Are they wearing all white? Who's wearing all white?
Like all white. It's kind of. I was like, "Is this the Panthers game?" I couldn't tell at first. And I was like, "No, there's the Steelers." So interesting look. I thought they tried to save us for Thursday nights, but it's kind of a good clash with that Steeler black and gold, though.
Man, they should be wearing all brown.
Yeah. What is that sound? Excuse me 1 second. I think that's just my generator. We had some electric storms, so I put it onto my portable router. Old Faithful, man. It's a little blurry on the TV, but still getting it done. Nick Chubb picking up another 4, just like that.
Those look pretty good, man.
Yeah, they don't look too bad. That's what I said. They kind of contrast that black and gold pretty well.
All right. I got the cast up now. I'll be a little bit behind, but what's up, everyone? Welcome in. If anybody wants to hop in and hang out with us, talk some fantasy football from the week. I don't know if Evan wanted to hop on, maybe talk some pick if you want to talk up some anybody who want to pick up on the waiver wire. Yeah, we're just going to be hanging out talking about pretty much what happened throughout the week.
Nick Chubb just got about 9 yards. There's a flag on the play. Man, I like this referee crew. Ron Tolbert, 10th season. I've been watching him for a while. Kind of hurries up, gets to the call, tries not to be be the show. I love it. In my mind, that's a good referee.
All right, got the game up finally.
Patrick Peterson's your guy, bro. He's out there.
I hate Patrick Peterson, dude. He's terrible. So the other week, again, he called out. He's like, I'm going to get an interception, guaranteed. And guess what? He didn't get one. Every time he guarantees one, he doesn't even. So last time when he played for Minnesota, when the Cardinals came to town, he goes, I guarantee I'll get 2 interceptions. Guess what he had? 2 dropped interceptions. He had 2 dropped interceptions. So he definitely called the fact that he could have had them. But guess what? He ain't got hands. Tell you that much. Patrick Peterson's a joke. He used to be really good. Good.
Nick Chubb about a 10-yard run, my friend.
I love Nick Chubb, dude.
Yeah, you and I are big Nick Chubb fans. I think, there's been a couple people talking about him. Look at that tonight. I said it in my article. He should get his average. He's got 4 rushes, 21 yards. Got a 5.3 carry there. Just at his average, bro. Gosh, man.
He looks so good.
Got to make a business decision against Nick Chubb. And, you had Stefanski. Did you like him in Minnesota? What are your thoughts on him?
I'm pissed off that they got rid of him, dude. He was here for so long, like years and years, and like 10, maybe even longer than that. I think he was here since 2009.
And they never had.
He's been here a long time, and then he was just gone. It's like, what?
So he was there with Zimmer when Zimmer was there?
Yeah, they should have just got rid of Zimmer and then kept him around. That would have been the smart thing. I mean, I like Kevin O'Connell, don't get me wrong, but
I like Zimmer too. I mean, those were some good defenses back in the day.
Yeah, Zimmer was a dickhead, man. Kirk Cousins did not like him at all. They did not get along.
Yeah. It's a clash of 2 different people there, but
dude, they're way different people.
Cleveland, bro, on the board, field goal. That's a good matchup. Gotta love it. 3-7 right now when I'm sitting JC, 8:46. Kenny Pickett finally going to get to see some offense right here.
He looked really bad last week, man. Kenny Pickett looked really, really bad last week. I mean, in just my opinion, but I just, like I said, I was going through looking for highlights, and it was hard to find. A lot of almost interceptions, a lot of drop picks.
I love going back and watching the games like that, the 30-second rewinds and stuff. Starting off with 10 squats or 12 squats today. We did 10 on the last show. I'll do 12 tonight. Just little stuff. Make sure you're stretched out. Actually, we're going to start with the stretch, JC.
Get it stretched out. Get it stretched out. Ooh, get it stretched out.
Put the camera down. I got the Expo bag back there. Do you know what the proper term of this is? Something in my boat. I don't know if that's like technically a harpoon.
No, I think it's used for pulling stuff.
You just pull like while you're going in shallow water. Is that what you mean?
Maybe. I don't know. I used to like, I don't know, stab.
I kind of thought. I think I was like myself as a good boat person, but I bought I traded a swing set for a boat like 8 years ago.
Dude, you traded a swing set for a boat? That's a win.
Yeah, dude, that was a total win. I mean, it was a like a hardy like swing set. Like all the posts were like that big. Had like a fort on one side and monkey bars, and it was the real deal. But when we bought a house, it came with the house, and I was like, I have no use for that. We didn't have kids or anything at the time. So I found out I worked at the junkyard, found this boat back there. I was like, I'll trade you the swing set for the boat. And yeah, I consider it a win. So,
that's a big win. I mean, in my eyes, that's a huge win.
Yeah, I think that's a huge win too. But I'm getting ready to sell the boat now, make a few upgrades to it. Get it going. We went to the property, it's good to get away. We're in the midst of like fantasy and we're all about it, but I encourage everybody just get like a little hour away, even if you can. It's really good for resetting it all. Adrian Peterson, I guess he's going to be on what? Dancing with the Stars?
Dude, I'm going to tell you right now, that dude needs to be out making as much money as possible with all the times he's been to court for his child support stuff. And like, that's why he kept coming back. Cause he's like, and the worst part is like, he couldn't get paid, being a running back, that ain't going to help you, especially if you're old, you ain't going to be getting a lot of big paychecks. That boy, man, all the trouble he got in with court. Not saying he wasn't a good running back, but he got in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, unfortunately, I guess.
So Evan's got the other game on. He's saying that Carr threw a pick.
Yeah,
terrible pick. It's Derek Carr, man. He's one of the most vanilla quarterbacks of all times. Very vanilla.
Wait, this dude just totally messed up. Why did he do that? The Steelers, like they kicked it off. It was going out of bounds, and he caught it at the 15.
Yikes!
Instead of letting it go out of bounds, this is so stupid.
Fish, I'm just gonna replay Fish's comment that was supposed to be towards Carr, and it says, yeah, that was stupid.
Yeah, why did they do that, Fish? Like, what? You got to get 1 foot out. That's when toe drag swag works against you, man. I cannot believe that. This is like a perfect example of why football is a mental game. It really is. It's the most mental game out of any team sport I think I've ever seen. It just requires so much mental thinking all the time. I mean, think about it. You go back to the huddle to talk about thinking. Who was that? Number 11. Who is that for the Steelers? Is that Robinson? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I think it is Robinson.
That is Robinson. First catch of the day. Not bad, man. Come on, Kenny Pickett. You've had a lot of expectations, dude. Yeah, he's like the opposite of Jordan Love. He had to come out like his rookie year, start winning on a friend. Like, Steelers and Packers, it's hard to find two more winning franchises than that. So, but Love got to sit. Pickett has to come out and take over a rebuilding team and is expected to be good. But the good thing is that those are two loyal franchises. They're not just going to burn their quarterback after one bad performance. They were really faithful to Neil O'Donnell, Cordell Stewart, all those guys,
Dude, what the hell was that kickoff returner thinking?
I don't know, bro.
You see Tomlin too? Like, look at him like, what the hell was that?
With the interception, bro. It's about to Greg Deepelt. Yeah, baby. Here comes the freaking FF7's IDP lineup coming from Bob Harris, our guy. I can't believe it, bro. Let's effing go. I'm not trying to ruin it for you, but I just, trying to be on pace with everybody. Man, Myles Garrett, Darius Smith, good Lord. The Browns might be onto something. Remember when TD told us in like July that he thought the Browns were going to be better than Cincinnati? I think he's just so smart. He can tell these up and coming teams.
But he also had Najee Harris being #1 running back.
Hey, that can still happen.
I don't know about that. McCaffrey said, "Hell, I mean, unless McCaffrey goes down, Chubb go down."
Dude, 18 weeks is a long season. They're going to have to realize they can't be letting Kenny Pickett throw the ball.
Yeah, but if Kenny Pickett can't get the ball going, all they got to do is focus on, the running game. So regardless, here's a little thing I want to tell everybody that is a card collector. When it comes to a lot of these rookies, trade them as fast as you can, because especially if they're so hyped, Kenny Pickett cards were going for so much money, and now they're just going to plummet until he goes up again. I mean, that's the thing, it's like a stock. The stock comes out, it's this fresh new stock, and it's potentially, especially quarterbacks when it comes to cards, because rookie quarterback cards are worth a lot. Like Malik Willis cards when they first came out, they were selling for like $200, $300. I bet you couldn't even sell it for a sandwich right now.
That's a good point. Hey, yeah, speaking of, dude, we got to do a break pack. Maybe once we get the merchandises tab, still right here, guys, because I still got a 2021 six-packer right here. There's no telling what we could find in here.
I'm going to let you know something, Iggy. So Panini, actually, so the NFLPA, they opted out of doing cards with Panini anymore. So Panini now is out of business.
Are they?
So they can't. Well, they're not out of business, but they can't print any NFL player cards unless they're retired.
So who did the NFL sign with?
What was that? Oh, Fanatics. So Fanatics is doing their own kind of card thing, I think now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts, dude. That's a huge like. What's up, Bella?
Yo, Bella. How's it going?
TJ Watt, man, I need him to get some sacks tonight. I can tell you right now, Nick Bosa was probably one of the worst picks in fantasy.
Yeah, he'll have a big game. He's a boomer bust kind of guy.
He was, yeah, for how high I drafted him. Dude, he just hit the pylon perfectly.
Let's check out the score here. We're coming on him, JC, 243 to 258. Let's see how much that got in Gary's league real quick. That Alex Highsmith touchdown. 17.4 points so far. I gotta love that.
Oh no, Bryce Young fumble in the red zone. That's no bueno.
Yeah, baby. That's how we started the Saints on the DFS lineup. 4:30 every Monday. Man, yeah, dude. That's why Bryce Young's gonna make mistakes, bro. He's a rookie. Peyton Manning threw more interceptions and touchdowns his first year. Peyton Manning. Bryce Young's gonna have mistakes. Marcus May, 14.35 points. My safeties doing work over there, bro. Tyler Higbee didn't do nothing. Cole Kmet didn't do nothing. Rashad Bateman didn't do nothing.
Dude, why would you ever think Rashad Bateman would do something?
Because I just, somebody's got to catch the ball up there.
It doesn't mean it's going to be him. We talk about opportunity all the time.
Oh, right. Here we go. Commercial. Sorry. Yeah, keep going. But, dude,
Rashad Bateman is trash. He's been trash.
He's good, dude. I don't like judging a player until they're through with the rookie contract. Let me get the There's too many times I've seen a player like, let's say you're in college. It's like if you or me in college, we're 21 or 20. We've already done 3 years, so we're eligible. Like, I'm going to jump in the NFL and make millions of dollars. Like, I am, But I don't think that your body is still done growing. Like, I know I was still growing when I was like 23, 24. I went through like a growth spurt. So I don't think that you're physically all there yet. Maybe not mentally yet, So
Ryan Edwards. Gamecock, Ryan Edwards. He had the best player profile out of college. He was how do you say it? He hit at the age of 18 and a half. So he was already like at his prime at 18 and a half. So he had like one of the top rated like player profiles coming out of college, and he was a bust.
Right.
It sucks. It sucks. He was so good in college, man. He would catch like Odell style passes, and he was big and tall.
Something about that ACC conference. Is that
I
what
think
does
he's
it?
a Saint now. He's played for the Raiders. He's played for the Panthers, I
Brown?
think. I don't think he played for the Browns.
Nice work. Who is that? Gosh, something about NFL football. Those guys can't pick it up to save their life. All right, we got I think I did 14 squats right there.
14 squats.
If
anybody's got any questions or want to talk about anything fantasy related, feel free to put it in the chat, because we're all about talking about fantasy football. And I don't usually check during the games. Are you somebody to check your team during the game, like when it's going on?
I will at this one because I'm behind, but I'm projected to win just about every league I'm in this week. So I'm really pumped about that, honestly. Got these. Christina got these for $1. Gonna see what they're about. We'll hit some jump roping in a second. That will wear you.
Like nunchucks, bro.
They kind of are, bro. That's what they remind me of. Go full Bruce Lee style. Go, Najee. You got to turn it up right there, bro. They are just over pursuing, getting him down. That's 2 runs in a row now, JC, and they've gotten a yard out of it. So
I'm telling you, man, I don't think that people are going to be fooled with Pickett back there. I'm gonna tell you right now, if he doesn't look good this year, they're gonna move on.
No, they may
if he doesn't do good this year, they're not going to finish very high, and they'll have an opportunity to grab somebody else.
I'm going to blame it on Matt Canada. I'm pretty sure that's why he's there.
You're going to blame Canada?
Blame Canada. Oh, flag.
Anybody out there that watches South Park.
Yeah. I saw like this 50-something, 60-something-year-old guy in South Park.
We can make a video we can make an easy video like that. Throw that on there. Just blame Matt Canada.
Every time there's a penalty, JC, you got to take a sip of water.
I don't have any water around me, so I'll take a sip of beer.
That was my coach for beer. We're good to go. So, man, Panthers, crucial turnover. Now Carr's going to lead them down. Uh-oh. Did they get them going in the neutral zone? What'd they call?
Man, so 6-3, and it's almost the second, or it's just about to finish with the first half.
Jalen Warren.
Saints game. This reminds me of watching the Seattle game versus the Minnesota game, when it was like it ended up being 9-6. Like that, it's just terrible.
That's good football, man. This is divisional round football. Cleveland got that interception, bro. They missed the field goal. Still 7-3. The only touchdown came off a pick 6. That's divisional games. That's just for bettors out there. Just be careful on the over on divisional games. I don't care if it's new coaching staffs, because even if it's new coaching staffs, those players have probably played each other 2 times last year, knowing their tendencies. You know what I'm saying? So always count on a lower scoring divisional game. What a punt. Lord of mercy. Man, tell me what you think of that punt. Look at that fountain. Where is that?
Is this on like Paramount or some shit?
No, mine's just on ESPN. You know, because you got to remember, people could be doing, they're watching it with us instead of watching with like the Manning cast or something. All right, here we go.
I gotta get that figured. I don't know. You gotta have so many freaking things, because ESPN is part of like Hulu, so you'd have to have like Hulu, Paramount. You gotta have NFL. You gotta have like every single thing nowadays just to watch football.
It's so stupid. That's what Michael Fabiano said. He was like, "Man, why do I have all these streams? I miss just like being able to watch football on one thing." I don't know if he's supposed to say
stupid. Like, I got rid of Hulu because of how expensive it was. It's like $70 a month if you want to get like live sports and get all the other shit. Like, if you wanted to get ESPN Plus to watch it on ESPN, you'd have to spend all that. Like, it's like that's like having cable.
Yeah, at that point it is.
And you're only getting Hulu. Doesn't make any sense.
This is pretty hard, bro. I'm stopping this after this commercial. And plus, I'm still hitting stuff. All right. All right.
It's entertainment for me.
I love it. It's supposed to be entertainment for everybody. Had the 5-pound dumbbells last week, stepped it up to the 10s. So big weights. We'll do that on the next one, though. It is hot.
It's hot in here.
It's dark.
Right now, this streaming thing is not doing so.
Man, the 49ers are about to crush the Giants. I love standing right here because I'm on the left on my side, and it looks like I'm the guy in the helmet. Does it look like that? Like I'm talking? Brady!
No, you got to scoot over a little bit to your right. Keep going. Keep going. No, scoot over to your right.
My right?
Yeah. Yep, keep going. For me, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, for me, it's right here.
So funny.
Let's do it. Check red. All right, back on. Alex Highsmith.
Omaha. Dude, my favorite is that Tom Brady thing, where he's like, looks like he's like crying, like that picture, and somebody like dubbed over his mouth. He's like Peyton Manning, he kept coming out and he was like, Omaha. Shit's so funny.
All right, here we go, Steelers.
We're gonna get any super special team stuff today. We already had one super screw up on special teams tonight.
Man, Nick Chubb's just a monster, bro.
I like him a lot.
He is a freaking monster. 528 on the board.
So 7-3. We might have to do some game like Monday. Maybe we could do some boards. Get people if they want to do a board or something like that.
Yeah, bro, I'd be down quarters or.
Yeah. It'd be kind of fun too to like talk about the scores, like people could celebrate during there.
Yeah, does anybody got their week wrapped up in fantasy too? Trying to look at that. Jamal Williams, his status has changed from healthy to questionable. Is anybody watching the Saints game? What happened to Jamal Williams, man? He's my guy. I got him in a couple leagues tonight.
I don't know what happened to Jamal Williams, but so if I have ESPN Plus, I could be watching both games right now. But I'm sorry, I'm not paying.
I could be switching back and forth. I just don't like doing that because that's just like watching like it. It doesn't do it as fast as it used to. Things have taken a turn for the worst in the Warrior Bowl.
Yeah, I'm not doing so hot in the Warrior Bowl either, so it's all right with me. It happens.
Hamstring injury. Oh, my Lord. Come on, Jamal. Last thing we needed, bro. I'm destroying the Dynasty League 270 to 162. Oh, big in Scott Fish Bowl. British Eagles looking down. The Dobbs Jersey League, I'm up. The Greek Freak Bowl, I'm up big. So I'm happy. I don't really look at my best balls too much in season, but.
Oh, man, that was almost it. Is that an interception? No. Is that Elijah Moore?
No. No pick. So, yeah, that's the line.
I do get. No, yeah, number 2 is. Sorry, it's Cooper.
2.
Dang, dude. Chubb, bro.
Up the middle, dude. He's so good. He's about to.
Where are you at? What time are you at right now?
I'm at 2:02.
2:02?
Yeah.
Damn, dude, I'm 30 seconds behind you. That's really far. That's like way far behind.
Chubb is like another 10-yard run, dude. He's just gouging them. We knew he would be. The Steelers don't have much of a defense up the middle. Chubb's RB1, in my opinion.
It says ESPN on ABC. So it's 2 channels on 1 channel.
Look at that, dude. Bo Jackson, 5.4. Jamal Charles, 5.4. Nick Chubb, 5.3. Running backs with over 500 rushing yards in the Super Bowl era. That's amazing, man. Jamal Charles, people forget how good he was. Watch the play action. No. And already through the first quarter almost. We're going fast out here today.
Dude, Bo Jackson was such a beast.
Yeah, he really was. Come on, guys. Come on, Chubb. I need you, baby. Alex Highsmith, the sack or something. Nico, let's go. Marcus May, let's go. Shaq Thompson, let's go. George Pickens, 0 points, man. If he doesn't do something this week, he might find himself on the bench, mister. Get him, Highsmith, please. God almighty. 3rd and 1. You got to get off the field. Did they stop him? Oh, incomplete pass. I think we'll get a quarterback hit there at least.
Dirty laundry?
Oh, yeah, he's got him. That's a hit. That's a touch. Man, knocked the ball out. Gotta love it. Man, it's a great defensive game. Elijah Moore, I initially had him in my lineup in DFS, JC, but dropped him. They're going for it. 4th and 1. Can you stop Chubb? Harrison Bryant in the backfield. Quarterback option. He kept it.
What's up, Wendy?
That's going to be close. We're heading to the second quarter, everybody. I'm going to do some curls.
Curls are for the girls.
TJ Watt, come on, my man.
Curls for the girls.
Let's go. Can't wait for the Denver Nuggets, man. Season opener. I think I'm going to try my best to go to a game.
Dude, it's $100 for a year to get ESPN Plus.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I've never had ESPN Plus, bro. Like right now, I'm paying for FUBU, but it's kind of good because my wife, she likes a lot of reality TV shows and the kids' channels. We get like 4 like educational channels, and I get most of the football channels, most of them. So it's still expensive though, bro. ESPN, so that's $100 for a year, but that's just ESPN though.
Yeah, ESPN Plus.
That's the nuts part to me. That's just for ESPN. Like I said, I get about everything, but my situation's a little different. Like I said, my wife watches a lot of shows. We watch movies, but like I don't have Netflix either. Like I guess a lot of people have Netflix, but I don't have Netflix. But I do love me some football, man. Like, so how many leagues are you setting lineups in every week right now, JC? Have you?
Let me count. It's not a little.
Yeah. So I mean, I think I counted it. I have 13, I think, leagues I set, 3 on MFL, 1, and then all the rest on Sleeper. I think I have 10 I set on Sleeper. So actually, I think it's 10 total. That's what it was, 10 total. Which is a lot. That's a lot more than what it sounds like.
So let's see. 1.
Especially for a better, bro. I got to get my bets in. Evan, shout out to Evan. He carried us on the show. I bragged a little too much. I think every bet I told people Sunday lost, but I think Evan carried us and we're still in the positive. So that's how betting goes, my guys. Man, dude. I love being out here. We dipped into New Mexico today. That's where I shot that Jailhouse Bets Creek Crew video. I don't know if you saw it right there on the property, but it was just so crazy. Ran into the county worker down there that runs the shop or the boat ramp. Oh, I forgot to do my curls. I'll get them in right now. I'm not going to skip anything.
So I got 14 leagues that aren't best ball.
That's a lot.
This week I got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Man, I gotta get the fan going. I'm getting hot. He got the first down, it looks like.
Dethrone the King League. I went off this week, though. I'll tell you that much.
What did I do? I think I won that one too. I had a good week.
Sorry, Greg. I whooped up on Greg this week. Greg Kellogg.
Does the record count?
161 to 131. What was that?
Does the record count in that week?
No, there's no record. Whoever has the highest score at the end of the year gets the ring.
Okay.
Wendy says she has 10 and she hates herself.
Okay. All right. Not too shabby there. Caught up for that commercial I missed. No big deal. We got a challenge going too. So I don't know why Pittsburgh challenged that spot. I figured Mike Tomlin's just like, well, we need an extra time for our defense. Figure out what's going on because it looks like he crossed it. I don't know, though. Let's see. Oh, yeah. He's clearly across it. I don't know why Mike Tomlin challenged that. Not smart.
We challenged one last week, too. So on that fumble in the highlight video I posted.
Yeah.
So you know where TJ Watt, where he sacked Purdy and what was it called? A sack fumble where he punched the ball out. Well, Purdy like fell on the ball on his back and like held it between his back and his hand in the ground. And they called that like that he like possessed that, which to me that's not possessing. You know, Watt was underneath there with his hands, and then Tomlin tried to challenge that, and they called it, it wasn't enough, video evidence, to prove that it wasn't. It's like, what? The dude's he's on his back. Like that's not control. You kidding me? If he was to try to grab that, TJ's grabbing that shit from him. Yeah, I need to cut back too, Wendy. I feel you, especially with the amount of work we're doing now. I think I need to cut way back. I'll jump into anybody got a league out there that's best ball, I'll hop in. But if I have to manage it, it's gonna be a little bit rough.
Yeah, once you get this deep, Wendy, there's not really any going back.
Wendy said Pittsburgh should just toss the red flag on the season. It's good, Wendy.
Well, see, this is taking way too long. I can see this all the way in Colorado. I don't know why it's taking them so long to figure it out on the field.
They got to call New York, You got to get New York involved. The mob.
Just ruins the pace of the game, man. Like this is like a for real 8-9 minute break in real time. It's how legs start getting tight again, and it's just not good. It's not good for the sport. I just bragged on this officiating staff. That's probably what the problem is.
You can't do that. You got to be nice to people. Fish says, I do the same, Wendy. We need to learn to say no. Yeah, it gets to be tough, though. Like, once you start getting into it, you're like, oh, shit, I want to draft again. It's a curse.
Definitely.
Especially like big leagues. Like I can't do it, man. I can't do big leagues anymore. It's just like it's too much to look through every day. If I got 50 players to look through, I'm like, no, thank you, man.
I think that's my thing with Dynasty. The rosters become so big. And it's like, well, I need to do this, and then you go look on the waiver wire, and there's nothing. It's like, well, okay.
Yeah, Colts had a league. He had a league that he was gonna run, and I was like, I got into it, and I was like, sure, I'll hop in. I got in, and I saw that it was like 50 teams or 50 players. I was like, this isn't even fun. I was like, that means nobody will be on the waiver wire. And then I can't remember who. Somebody hopped in and was like, he's like, there should be no dynasties. There should be no waiver wire in dynasty. I was like, what? What are you talking about? That's the best part about it. Like being able to my favorite thing is being able to discover players like mid-season, right? Like even if players are out there, you okay. I guess if you drafted him, no, you probably got lucky because there's nobody left out there. You just pick somebody. That's not really so much different.
Dang, they called it. I didn't hear the explanation, but we are no longer in the second quarter. We are back in the first quarter. 22 seconds on the clock. That was not a first down. Hold on, JC. Mute me so I can listen to this.
So it's under his gut.
All right, Iggy's muted because he wanted to listen in. We don't want to get our cast cut off. I'm still trying to get this.
Yeah, they just said that Larry Obajobi kept the ball from extending past the plane. So they gave it to the Steelers, man. And looks like I just worked myself into some more working out as soon as this first quarter comes into an end. That's okay, though. I'm here for the first half, and the more time we get, the better. That's cool. Uh-oh. Offsides. Let me turn down the TV. Sorry. Man. It's getting wild out there, dude. Oh, false start. Well, good Lord. Pretty sloppy offensive game both ways.
What's going on in the other game? Oh, there we go. Thanks, Fish. Bryce Young fumble on the 15. On his own 15.
All right, Saints, let's go, baby.
Oh, reversed on the penalty, it says.
God dang it. Hype me up, dude. And in case y'all don't know, Anthony, he is a big Saints fan, so he's going to be watching his team pretty close. We got a great defensive battle happening over here. Nothing not to like. Oh, Muth with the fumble. Muth with the fumble. Another fumble. God almighty. Pick up the damn ball. What is going on? Bro, this looked like a game of I don't know what. Wasn't football. I don't know if they're calling that a catch or not.
This isn't football. Bella's laughing. She says, wow.
Fumbles forward and out of bounds over Cleveland's ball at the spot of the last fumble.
Good Lord. Another turnover. We cannot get out of this first quarter. Oshetsky is the same guy that did the kick return. He definitely caught it.
So he another mess up from somebody?
The same guy that did the kickoff return catches the ball, then coughs it up. Craig Newsome comes and knocks it out. Grant Delpit comes and scoops it, and then he fumbles the ball. Wait till you see it. Pure madness.
Pure madness, he says.
Najee Harris could have grabbed it and literally hit him in the face. We'll get ready for another 40-second review, or 10-minute review.
Oh my God! Wendy just said, "What happened?" LOL. Yikes!
This is not good, guys. Four turnovers and a missed field goal in this quarter, JC.
Must be some kind of record.
Oh, man. I'm sure there's been more, but any good Monday, am I right?
It's a manic Monday, I guess, right?
Just another manic Monday. You got to grab the ball. I guess it hit Harris way too fast in the face, but you got to grab it. This has been
Took
nothing
it off the face too quick, man. Couldn't get to it fast enough. Just boink.
I don't know how those points break down. I think you get 3 for a fumble recovery and 2 for a fumble loss. So Grant Delpit made an excellent play and then coughed it back up. You don't see that every day. And that's it. So that's the end of the first quarter. I'm going to do a workout, and I'll be right back after that. God, we got 12 points down still, JC. Let's take a look in the Oasis real quick, and then I'll hit another little workout. JC, you've dipped down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You are now 7th. I'm 2nd. I have one person playing. So who is it? Let's see. Demario Davis, baby, 2.5 points. Let's go. All right, I'm going to go use the restroom real quick if you want to hold it down, or if you want to do the commercial real quick of the video you made. I'll be right back.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? We're on a commercial, so I might as well just throw this in there if anybody didn't get to see the video I made for tonight's show. But Farquad's watching baseball, just tuning in. Both. What's up, Fish? All right, I'll throw this in here real quick. I gotta figure out my thing here. So let me throw this in there. Let me throw it in. Boom.
Yo!
Pretty sweet.
Love that video. I'm gonna go ahead and hit these. We got that in the commercial. Perfect timing.
All right, let me get this up really quick. Share screen. Chrome. This.
There it is.
Share.
I hope Nick Chubb's okay. He's injured, bro. Mika Fitzpatrick just took out his knee.
Wendy, she said it's lovely. She said, I'm trying to be more ladylike. Thanks, Fish.
Nick Chubb, are you hearing me? He's done, bro. I think he's done for the year.
No, he's not.
Yeah, dude. Mika Fitzpatrick just hit him in the knee.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Fitzpatrick's down, and Nick Chubb's. They tried to pick him up, and he told them no, and he just started rolling around in pain.
You're lying.
That's why we got to eliminate hidden low, bro. That was such a stupid rule they implemented.
Well, that's too bad. I guess who's going to be a big ad this week, which we should have been adding this last week.
I don't know if Mika Fitzpatrick's moving, dude. This is bad. Oh, this sucks, bro. This has just been such an off game. Nick Chubb was about to score. He got Mika Fitzpatrick dove right at his knee.
Gotta love bad technique, man.
Another commercial. God, dude, that sucks, man. If Chubb goes down, that's more or less my season.
Yep, me too. I got a lot invested in him this year. It won't be the first year he's hurt, though. You want to know what sucks, man? Is actually I was looking through Oh, man, I probably cursed him. I was looking through a bunch of his pictures, to make tonight's thing, and I saw the picture of him down from that year where he tore his was it MCL or ACL? I cursed him, man. Saw the picture.
Oh, Yeah. Maybe he's all right. Maybe it's just a sprain or hyperextension. I haven't seen the hit.
Don't you put this evil on him.
Maybe it's just a hard hit. I don't know. It looked bad, though, dude. Oh, that sucks.
They said he'll be out in a bunch of leagues. The worst part is you're going to get a bunch of people now go out on Twitter like, anybody who drafted Chick Chubb, you're an idiot. You're like,
yeah. Dude, he's getting carted off the field. That's it.
She said they're not replaying it. Wendy said they're not replaying it.
Oh, because it's too bad. God, dude. Oh, that's a mood killer.
Well, I definitely lost in one league. I was supposed to be getting a win for sure. I'll tell you that. I needed Chubb to have a night.
Bro, I have him in like almost every league. I feel like the only leagues I don't have him in are the leagues we're in together. Oh, man. Those are two of my players. I got both of those guys in the Kings Classic. Oh, man. Yeah. Hold on 1 second. I want to hear what they're saying.
Carted off, and
Who's being carted off? I wonder who's being carted off because I'm missing all this. I'm trying to subscribe to some shit. Wendy says she's so sad.
Yeah, dude. They didn't replay it. They said the crowd. They said they put the crowd like saw it and like winced and was yelling his name. Just like that, Jerome Ford, 3-yard touchdown, bro. Woo, man, that sucks. Man, it's just a weird night. Can't believe it, dude. Kind of dumbfounded, really. That's the website, though, right there, everybody, if you want to check it out or talk about it, JC.
Yeah, we can do that. We can get into, let's see here. I think you. So if everybody's checked the website out, make sure you go check the website out, sportsaffiliation.com. You got a bunch of new articles on here. I know Iggy's been writing his one a day Latin Heritage Month articles. And then Anthony's got his latest article on here. What did I just watch from last week's games or this past week's games? We can get in here real quick. Who else? Let's see. Oops.
In their fantasy football advice, I think. Yeah, we got Anthony Fishwicks as well. His weekly streaming defenses. He's been hitting on them. He called the Saints this week. Say, they got them to under 3 points, over half a game left. That's better than this matchup. Going for the 2-point conversion. There was the offsides by the Steelers. The Steelers are looking sloppy. This does not look like a Mike Tomlin team. And Ford up the gut, man. Ford getting everything Chubb was supposed to get. It's like salt on the wound right now, bro. So the score 7-11. If you've ever played squares, you would know your odds of being able to hit that are pretty slim. I can't believe it, man. I am heartbroken. I'm absolutely.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. It's pretty sad.
Looking bad, dude. They showed the replay. It says legs aren't supposed to bend that way. I don't know if there's ligament damage. Could be just hyperextension. Hoping for the best. Yeah, this is why I always preach having running backs, man. Saquon Barkley down. Nick Chubb down. Like, JT hasn't played. J.K. Dobbins down. Like, wide receivers are a dime a dozen. Every team has like 4 minimum. Running backs, they really only have one. Even in a running back by committee. Like, if they don't have that other running back usually doesn't shine. So we'll have to see, man. That sucks about Chubb. You knew he was just going to be featured.
Where are all the other articles on here? I don't see them.
I'm trying to find them on there too. I think it's not underneath that stuff. It would just be under fantasy football articles.
That's all you got under here is rankings. There's only one.
You got to click on that one, right, on the fantasy football articles. And then I think you can scroll down. See, there's more of them right there.
That's it, though.
Is there like a more option? Is there like an arrow?
Nope.
Huh. Well, they're still there. We need to find out how they're archived. I figured there was like a spot we could scroll down on some more. But yeah,
this is it. You just have the latest stories in here, so we have to figure that out.
Okay. Yeah, but it's go check it out. We got the new articles every day. We're getting more written authors every day. Both the Anthonys are writing more. Of course, we got the NBA going as well. A lot of good NBA action over at TSA. Let's see.
Anybody that's affiliated with TSA, you're more than welcome to put it in your bio. 100%. 100%.
And I can't believe it. Allen Robinson getting a lot of catches.
Man, Nick Chubb.
So,
why? Should have sold him after this last week. This is why we say fantasy football isn't predictable.
Yeah.
Anybody out there who said the fantasy football isn't a lot of luck is very, very wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, that sucks, man. I got him in so many.
Because I'm going to tell you right now, a lot of people got lucky if they were down by 2 points or down by like 5 points and then Nick Chubb gets hurt. You know what I'm saying? And the other person had Nick Chubb. Like, that's called luck. That's not winning by being, good at fantasy football.
Yeah, or being strategic. Another third down for the Steelers. I don't know if they can get anything going.
Like I said, I took Nick Chubb, number 3 in a league it was a keeper league, but I mean, I guess if you think about it, Eckler's down 2, Saquon's down 2.
Yeah.
Freaking
Aaron Jones.
Jonathan Taylor's not in, he's not playing. Like, he pretty much had to reach for Bijan then at that point,
Yeah, it's like there's like five running backs, big time running backs out. J.K. Dobbins, Aaron Jones, Austin Eckler, Saquon Barkley, Jonathan Taylor, and now Nick Chubb. So, and Jamal Williams. Like, that's literally 7 starting running backs, probably projected in the top 16 or 18 down.
Shit is crazy, fam.
Life of football.
Makes me so sad.
Carolina looks like they tied it up 6-6 over there.
All right, I'm about to get the game on now.
Steelers are bad, bro. Let's see if they can generate some offense. They need to do something. Oh, my gosh. Kenny Pickett put it on the numbers.
Dude, Nick Chubb. I'm going to cry.
Yeah, I hope he's all right, man.
Fish just says he saw the Chubby replay and it looks really bad.
Yeah, I don't know where people are looking at it at. I don't want to see it. I couldn't see the hit, but I could tell by the angle and the way Mika Fitzpatrick came in that I just know football. I've seen that hit thousands of times. Kenny Pickett on 3rd and 12 just throws it away. That's bad. Yeah, Rico's saying it's not looking good. Fish saying it could be a season ender. Just sucks. Really kind of changed the mood of the everything going on here. Looks like I'm about to get some more squats in. Hunter's been the best player on the Steelers team tonight. It's never a good.
What happened to Jamal Williams? Wendy says.
Hamstring issue. Says he's questionable. I don't think he's coming back. So that's I got that running combination on so many best balls. It's not even funny. Yeah, so hoping that they can return back, for their sake, but we'll see. Always hoping for the best, just quick recoveries. Butternut squash, guess I got to get my squats in.
Butternut squash, did you just say?
Squash and squats.
Oh. Bro, this is sad. Sad day. All right, all those Nick Chubb highlights that just I killed him. Sorry, everybody, I killed him. It was me. It was me. It was JC in his office making videos, killing Nick Chubb with the video compilation.
Brutal.
Damn it.
Well, we'll get word, hopefully. I know in some leagues you can get waivers tomorrow, so just be mindful of it.
So can you bet I'm wondering, can you bet on first half, like who's leading in the first half of games?
Yeah.
Because that would have been a really good bet for the Gamecocks.
On Saturday?
Yeah, because even though they lost, they were up by 10 or 11 points, in the first half. Like, I'm sure the spread was like the other way. So like if you would have took the spread, you probably would have made even more.
Right. Yeah, it's I don't know. Yeah, I didn't watch, I don't watch any college football, but they were playing Alabama, or what was the deal?
No, they were playing Georgia, the number 1 team in the NCAA.
And they're winning.
What?
They were winning at halftime?
Yeah, they were up by 11 at halftime. And then here comes Georgia, scored fucking like 24 unanswered points.
Man, dude. Well, yeah, that would have been a probably huge hit. And that is a beautiful stadium right there on the river. That's a big river in Pittsburgh, dude. Blows my mind.
Oh, the Nick Chubb hit, man. Oh my goodness. Why did he hit like that?
Who, Minka?
Yeah, dude, he fell straight downward at him.
Yeah, I don't know if he got hurt either. I mean, he was probably trying to hit him low. Do they show it? Oh,
Yeah,
it's oh man.
Where are you at? What's your time at? I just got ESPN Plus, so.
You just bought it?
Yeah. I only paid for a month.
Okay.
I'm gonna reach out to my brother-in-law, see if I can get his shit.
Yeah, because it looks like the momentum of 55 carrying him over. It was man, that defense is so stingy though.
Where are you at? I'm at 11:05 right now.
Me too. That's where I'm at. We're at the same spot.
All right,
now.
cool. Now we're in business. Now we can Manning cast.
Screw those guys. We're way better than them. They don't know.
TSA cast, baby.
Yeah.
You gotta get some more people. If anybody ever wants to come on with us, I always, if you're part of TSA, I always throw it in the chat. It's always fun to have anybody else come on. Dang, that's a face mask and a half.
That's all right. We need.
I do like these jerseys, though. I'll tell you that.
You do like them? I kind of like. I don't know if it would look good. Man, that was a face
mask. Oh man.
I think you're a little ahead.
Would have been nice.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping right here with this pushback. Did they get the sack or no?
Ooh. Coach Craig in the chat goes, time to re-sign Kareem Hunt. I like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you right now, I have a lot of Kareem Hunt.
I got enough of him.
Especially in best ball, dude. That's what's crazy about best ball, though, too, is like, unless you really knew where to hit, like Puka, if you knew to like grab Puka or Kyron, like.
Well, here's the thing about best ball. Once you do like over 100, you pretty much get every player. There's not like too many players you don't get, honestly.
Damn, that Olave catch was ridiculous. Is that interception? Interception.
Who?
Who's number 19? Austin.
Oh
What?
my gosh,
Oh,
that a
never
lot.
mind. It's not an interception. That's a kick return.
Yeah, that was a kick return. That was the best play. Their special teams has been good. Olave, bro, 4 for 56. We just need 14 more yards. Did it? Done, bro. That's his average. He's averaging 14 a catch. We need 14 more. Just get it effing done.
Yeah, Olave's pretty good, man. Olave can be really good.
I would go trade for Alvin Kamara right now if you could. On just pure speculation. Just go trade for him.
There goes Najee. Ooh, get it around that corner.
We need Najee to get a touchdown now. It's going to have to save us for the Kings Classic.
Man, that makes me so sad.
Yeah, it is kind of makes me have to do a lot of work tonight and look at waivers. How was it? You know, he's kind of my first pick almost in every draft. So it's a huge tip.
The thing is, it's like, is Ford really going to be that guy? We'll see. We'll have to see tonight, man.
I mean, yeah, man. Yeah, they're giving us a double view here.
Well, I mean, we'll know a little. We'll actually, we'll know a little bit more by tomorrow about Chubb. So you still have enough time for waivers.
This offense is terrible, dude.
I'm hoping that they come out and they just say it was just a hyperextension of the knee. He'll be back in 3 weeks or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Me too. 6 weeks.
6 weeks. Ooh, that's tough. With your
tough.
first round pick gone, that's a long time, man. Whew.
Yeah, it's so hard.
I mean, it's better than the year, but still, that hurts. Six weeks without your top running back.
God, Kenny
and
Pickett.
And if you didn't have, Ford, that's tough.
Good God Almighty. Kenny Pickett.
Christopher Boswell kicking a 52-yarder. Man, that game is legit terrible. 6-6. I mean, I guess if you like defense, it's good.
Yeah. NFC South, bro. That's the NASCAR division. It's not really the football division.
He said that's the NASCAR division. What's up, Fish?
Yeah.
What's up? I gotta fix my sound here. Give me 1 second.
Oh, here comes Greg, too. We got all the guests coming in now. People are going to come talk about Nick Chubb. What's up, Greg?
Hey, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm laying down in the dark room, so I'm turning the camera off.
Ooh.
Oh, good.
What game are you guys watching?
Predominantly.
Right now they are multicasting.
Okay, I've got the Saints up right now.
So if you have the Steelers game on, I guess I'm on ESPN Plus or ESPN.
I can put the Steelers on or the Saints.
Well, right now the Steelers game is showing both. I mean, on my screen it is.
Yeah, mine too. What is this down? 1st and goal, Greg? How bad was that Jamal Williams injury?
Well, he's not coming back. Nick Chubb,
He's not coming back.
Yeah.
I didn't see it. Nick Chubb's looked bad, man. I'm here to pay my condolences to Nick Chubb.
It didn't look as bad as when he got hurt 2 years ago, though.
It is one of those things where you're right. It could be just a hyperextension that looks bad, but I mean,
he got hit from the side though, the way it looked to me. So it could be a, would it be is that a PCL or a?
This Jones Jr. kid looks pretty quick. Of course, it's
Tony
compared, huh?
Tony Jones, which game? The Saints guy or the
Saints running back? Yeah.
Yeah, Tony Jones has been around for a while.
Jones, man,
he's not bad, dude.
Well, compared to
rookie,
Jamal
last
Williams,
year?
he looks like a blazer.
I think he was a rookie last year, and he had a really good preseason. He like a really good preseason.
Yeah, what's the percentage he's rostered this week?
No,
Belichick with the Browns.
I bet he's mentioned as a free agent this Thursday.
Yeah, with Barkley, Jamal Williams, Aaron Jones, Jonathan Taylor, Nick Chubb, all these guys going down. I mean, those are all top 16 guys.
Well, I thought Jamal Williams would do a lot better than he has, but he just looks slow. And they're not. His strength for Detroit was running right up the middle, and they're trying to run him on the perimeter. It just made no sense.
Yeah,
They don't have enough offensive line to run up the middle. Tony Jones on sleeper is rostered in 0% of leagues.
That'll change tonight.
Oh, absolutely.
Or tomorrow.
I think the other thing too is look. I'm not a big fan of this guy, but look to see, with all these injuries, Cam Akers is on the block. Where does he end up? He could end up going to the Browns and starting.
Right. Yeah, but he sucks.
Was a good call. He does suck. I agree 100%.
Get him, Highsmith? Yeah, Highsmith again. Another tackle behind for loss.
Hey, is your Luvu call working out? Does he have over 6.5 yet?
Let me look real quick, Greg. That's a great question. Let's see here.
He
had three
tackles and assists at halftime.
That's pretty good.
So he had 6 at halftime?
He had one tackle, 2 assists at halftime. Right now, he's got 4 tackles, 5 assists.
Oh, we're good then. That's it. Woo, let's go, baby.
It's tackles or assists for you?
Yeah, assist counts for 1 with the way I bet. That's why I do it. Give me 1 each week.
That's the way to do it.
And I think Ford Jr. just scored.
Yeah, the Saints did. The Saints just scored, right, Greg?
Yeah, and that's the first touchdown of the game.
That's my kind of
Tony Jones?
Tony Jones Jr.,
Yep.
Elijah Moore. Oh, just out of bounds, dude.
And he's keeping the ball.
I mean, he should keep the ball.
Well, I don't know if it's his first NFL touchdown.
I think it is.
Hey, Iggy, guess who I did draft in the Dethrone the King League? Puka.
Did you really?
Yeah. I played you this week, Greg. It beat you down.
I suck. If I win a game right now, if Chark hasn't caught a pass, I'm going to start a 0-point player. Marvin Jones is my wide receiver right now, and the only other wide receiver I have is DJ Chark.
Oh my gosh!
I've lost like 7 or 8 players out of 20.
Welcome to the world of best ball, everybody. If you're not familiar with it,
Well, I didn't know there was no waivers.
That's best ball for you.
That sucks. I'll never do it again.
I'm not watching that Steelers game. What's up with Najee Harris? 4 carries? Is it?
Jalen Warren had a nice long play.
He's making Greg and I look bad. He's making Greg and I look bad. That's what's going on.
Najee, yeah, he is. Well, that whole offense looks bad.
Greg, don't feel bad. You actually had a really good week this week. You played the highest scoring team, so
you're the highest scoring team.
I betcha.
Is that a humble brag?
It doesn't matter.
Is that a humble brag?
I don't expect to win a game in that because of all the losses I've had. Now, that said, I did draft Jameson Williams and Jonathan Taylor. So it is possible that after week 6, I could be a much better team, but I'm still missing so many players. Everybody has to play well for me to have any chance.
Yeah, if you lose first 6 weeks, even then that's a hard hill to climb, even with those 2 guys.
No, I don't expect to compete. I just want to win one game in that league. You lose half of your players in a 20-man roster, best ball, you're not going to win much, if anything.
I've only seen one team never win a game in my 14 years of playing fantasy.
Well, you may see another one with my league.
I've seen it twice, and it was the same person both times.
They just didn't set the lineup ever, or what?
No, they just sucked.
Hey, Greg, I got some. Greg, I got something for your team right now. You ready?
What's that?
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game. And that.
You know, that was nice that you tried to play that last Thursday.
Yeah, I messed up.
It wasn't what I wanted, but it was nice.
We're gonna work on the soundboard. I don't know if you saw the intro I did today, but it turned out really good. I put together a little collaboration for tonight's game. It was highlights from last week's Week 1 Steelers game, so their highlights, and then the Browns
Wait a
highlights.
minute.
And
Week
I
one
mixed them together.
Steelers game, there were
What was
no
that?
highlights.
There
Yeah.
was one drive. Yeah, I actually mentioned that on the game show tonight. I said that it was really hard to find highlights from the last game. You got a sack, fumble, almost fumble from TJ Watt, and then it was like just the one drive where they scored. That was it, basically.
Yep.
The
One good
Steelers
play
have
from-
scored 7 points by their defense and 3 by their offense.
No, the offense scored a touchdown. It was Pat Fryermuth who scored a touchdown.
I thought they had a pick 6.
No.
Iggy, we got a long way to go in this one, but that best ball we did together, I'm in first right now.
There we go, baby. Talk about it.
It's a best ball, so it's a long ways, but I'm actually not in all the best balls. The lowest place I have is 7th right now. Pretty
There you
pretty
go.
happy with that.
Well, I
Anthony,
went 1
man.
and 4. I went 1 and 4 week 1 with my only win being in Iggy's league. And now I'm going 4 and 1.
Iggy.
And since it's Dethrone the King is the one loss, it looks like I'm going 2 and 0 in Iggy's league.
Oh man, way to go!
I've got a fantasy question for you, Greg. I was going to ask it on your show, but Hutch joined right as I was about to ask the question, and I know we were strapped for time. Without going too crazy into details, what's your favorite type of league to play in? Obviously, Iggy likes IDP. Just
It's
standard
not-
scoring. Iggy?
We know it's
Yeah.
not best ball.
I like an auction league, which Iggy's is. I don't really mind IDP. I just don't know it right now because I haven't really played in 6 years. So I would say a 1-2-2-1 with no flex would be my favorite kind.
Interesting. No flex,
Ooh.
huh?
Yeah, flex is all a flex does is
Damn.
allow you to
Pickens,
make
boy,
up for bad drafts.
touchdown.
Nice.
Oh,
71-yard touchdown.
to Pickens.
Yeah, to Pickens. By the way, it looks
That did it right there, guys.
it looks like Kenny Pickett. It looks like Kenny Pickett was grabbing his left shoulder.
Pickens, baby. That's why you got him. And that, everybody, is a lesson and boom, bust player right there. 70. That might be his only catch for the game.
Look at this
Forget-
shoulder. Ooh, dude, that's gonna be. He might have a collarbone injury.
Did he get
Look
hit?
at this,
How
look
did
how
he
he put his
score
arm.
if he didn't get hit?
Look, he's
No,
grabbing his
well,
collarbone. He's
Pickett.
grabbing his
Nice
collarbone.
call. Quarterback, right? Pickens or Pickett?
Who's the
Dude.
back up there?
Pickett is grabbing his collarbone.
Oh, yeah. That could be an AC joint. Probably disconnected.
No,
AC.
he's grabbing right. He grabbed right here. That's like what Rodgers was grabbing for when he got his broke.
AC joint, bro. That's what that's called. I separated mine twice.
Ooh.
Right here.
Non-throwing arm.
Yeah, Big Ben separated it, and he played, but Big Ben's probably a lot tougher than Kenny Pickett.
Bella said this game is lethal.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
Bella also said the replay was super nasty. I don't want to see it. I don't like seeing bodies being contorted in ways they're not supposed to.
Yeah, if you're a little squeamish
Look
or
how
don't
This
like
is
it,
how
yeah, that's
Rodgers broke
definitely
his though,
something to
right
avoid.
on that collar. Oh, like if you fall on your arm like this, that's how you snap your collarbone.
Yeah, or you put your hand out. That's how I've done it. Skiing, like come off the landing wrong, and then it's
Right here.
Yeah,
Dude,
it
that's
just happens to go like that. I'm hoping he's
Maybe-
okay though. We'll keep it positive.
yeah, I know. We need to keep
Oh,
positive because those are
bro.
like
He got absolutely rocked. That's a 290-pound defensive tackle. Nah, that's a 310-pound defensive
Ooh.
tackle out
Iggy. I ever show you this card?
there. Oh,
I've got both Pickett and Pickens in Iggy's league, but I can drop Pickett because I've got 3 other quarterbacks.
Iggy. It's a numbered 4, which is his number out of 5.
out of 5? That's pretty amazing, bro.
They call that a number match. It's a jersey match card.
That's pretty cool. I didn't know those things existed. 2-point conversion coming, so Pickett must be fine. He just handed it out. Fumble. Touchdown. Or did that 2-point conversion count?
No good.
Najee's just – come on, dude.
Najee's a bust, bro.
I don't know about a bust.
It's trending that direction.
I do. He's the boss.
He goes trending in that
Two
direction.
weeks.
Trending.
We're not even to halftime in this game. He could get 100 yards rushing and a touchdown, and everybody's happy, dude.
Picket the ticket, baby.
His first 2 games were against Dallas and Cleveland. Ooh, nice completion.
San Francisco and Cleveland, Greg.
Yeah. San Francisco, Cleveland. I think that's Olave just caught a nice ball.
I needed him. 20 yards?
Let me look. He went out of bounds at the 39, but I don't know
Where the line of scrimmage was at?
Yeah, I can rewind it though, because I do
That's
have.
all right. I'm not that worried about it. Man,
So
alive.
are we on a
It was
commercial break?
21 yards. 21 yards.
There's a sweet toe tap to get it though. Something Zay Flowers should learn how to do.
So where was Cortland Sutton last week, man?
There were at least 3 touchdowns this weekend that were lost because the receiver didn't tap his toes. Zay Flowers had 2. Who's the other receiver?
Matt Collins had one where there's a rule in football. If you're falling forward out of bounds, all you have to do is tap your toes and drag.
Yeah.
If you are facing backwards and your heels are towards the out of bounds line, you have to put your toes and heels down.
Really?
So if you touch your heel in the out of bounds line, it doesn't count. That's what happened to Matt Collins.
That's weird. I don't think I've ever heard that before.
I think it was Matt Collins.
You just had to have one foot down the whole time. Oh, commercial. I got to get going. We're going to do some push-ups.
Iggy does exercises.
Well, I'm glad for him. Iggy, do 10 for me.
I'll do 2 for you, Greg.
I got the cup curls going.
Yeah, same, dude.
Cheers.
Couple curls.
Hey, Greg, didn't you know that curls for the girls right there? Got to get these curls in right there.
Really? I've been married 46 years, JC. I don't have to get anything in.
That's good.
Better than the man's ass.
Have either of y'all ever been to Pittsburgh? Has anybody here been to Pittsburgh?
Nah, man. I almost flew to the expo the day before I flew in. I flew in on Thursday night and got delayed like nobody's business. I almost flew in the day before so I could go to Pittsburgh, but I didn't want to pay for another hotel. It was being cheap.
I've been in Pennsylvania. That's one of the 46 states I've been in. But I don't know if I've been to Pittsburgh or Philly. I don't like cities.
I don't know if I'm gonna go to Philly.
Greg, what do you mean you don't like cities?
I mean, I'm a country boy. I grew up in a town of 1,200 people.
Yeah, you grew up how I grew up. So, but you live in Houston. That's like top 4 city in the United States.
I live in Spring. It's outside of Houston.
Yeah, okay, that's
and
right.
I only go to Houston. I went to Houston during that thunderstorm we had with the hail to see my son-in-law for dinner, and I go to see my brother once in a great while. I try to avoid Houston. Houston's not a safe city.
You went to the Final Four in Houston.
I did. I went to, is it Energy Stadium?
I just call it Reliance Stadium because I'm so old school. Once I get a stadium's name in my head, that's what. Like right now, they're playing at Heinz Field, even though it's not Heinz Field. You know, it's just how it is.
Oh man, they're doing the Pickens touchdown now. He was wide open.
He
There
tore
was
that.
nobody near him when he caught it.
Yeah, he tore that zone apart.
They didn't show Pickett getting hit though.
He's fine.
I was looking for that too.
No, he's fine now.
Yeah, he went out and handed that ball off with his left hand. He can't do that with a broken collarbone.
No, for sure not.
Uh,
But he definitely grabbed that. It made me nervous.
Hey,
He did that AC
Matt
job.
Stafford threw a touchdown pass with a separated left shoulder.
Yeah, I know.
That's Matthew Stafford, though. I mean, he's different. He's an outlier too.
Toughest quarterback I've ever seen.
I
You know
mean,
what? You know what I saw too, Greg, about Matthew Stafford is he's like a wide receiver maker. That's what they're saying about Puka.
I saw that. Yeah,
and
I saw that.
Tutu, because Tutu was like
Tutu's doing good now, but if Cooper Kupp comes back, I really don't think Puka loses that much. I think Tutu does.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I agree with you.
You're not
Puka's-
taking
Oh,
a
that's a
guy off
penalty.
the field.
Throw the flag.
Oh no, what happened?
Dirty laundry.
You want to know who's looked pretty good in this game for the Saints?
IDP Iggy.
Taysom Hill.
Taysom
Taysom?
Hill he hasn't got a lot of fantasy points yet, but he's been running
No,
the ball
but I
well.
mean,
Yeah.
every time he's carried the ball, he's gained 8 yards.
Yeah,
I just dropped him in the league too, but I got him in a
No,
few.
He's only good in best ball. He unless a quarterback gets hurt, he's so unpredictable.
He's not going to start
Even-
a quarterback.
even then, he's not good enough of a quarterback to
No, he's
reliably
not.
play.
All he does,
You
all
get
they
him
do
in-
is run with him.
You get him in best ball, and it's a solid. You'll get your 2 weeks. Otherwise, you're trying to predict the weeks that he's going to get the touchdowns.
Yeah, but he's
Um,
looked really good here. He comes in. He's coming in a lot more than I thought he would. To be honest, I thought with David Carr they just wouldn't use him that much. But
Dennis Allen said last week he got to get Taysom more involved.
yeah, well, they said the same thing about Gibbs, and you got
he was-
Montgomery going down in the third quarter, and Gibbs still only got 7 carries.
Yeah, what do you think about that? If Montgomery misses time, do you think Gibbs is the guy to have, or do you think it's going to be
Craig Reynolds,
Craig Reynolds?
Marvin Jones Jr.
Marvin
Marvin
Jones
Jones Jr. is going to run the ball.
No.
That was a joke.
Craig Reynolds is the backup right now, so that's what I'm
Yeah.
guessing. They're going to probably give him more touch. They gave him 7 receptions. He got 7 receptions yesterday. What I don't get, how did they not get any sacks? You're playing against 2 backup tackles, and you get no pressure.
It had to have been a scheme. Were they chipping on him a lot or what?
They were doubling on Hutch a lot, but the other guy should have been wide open.
Oh, well,
Houston.
James Houston broke his ankle, or he broke something. He
Oh,
broke
did
something.
he?
Yeah, that's a big blow.
All I know is that Detroit was ahead the whole game, and then I look up and it's 31-21 Seattle, and then all of a sudden
Game
at
was
the end of
crazy.
the game, Detroit ties it, and then they lose it.
That game was nuts. The game was nuts to
Good
watch.
game.
That
It
was
crazy
terrible
game.
run by Najee.
So did you see that thing where Gino was yelling at the ref?
Yeah.
And the
He's
ref goes, "Excuse me, sir, I'm talking to America." That's what the
pretty
ref.
good.
He said it over the
Well,
line.
he had a hot
The
mic
ref
on.
said
so, like,
that, or Gino said that?
The ref said
The
Gino was
ref-
yelling at him because it was some stupid penalty.
Good Lord. Najee got 6 carries for 4 yards, guys.
It's pretty bad. It looks really
Well,
bad.
you know, Josh Jacobs. What do you have? 9 for -2.
Oh, my
Yep.
Lord.
Ooh, that would be pretty cool, Bella. The Andy Warhol Museum. That'd be pretty cool.
that
to
would
go
be
to.
sweet. Yeah.
Where's that at?
It's in
In
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah. That was my point. I've heard Pittsburgh's a pretty cool place to go and check out.
See, So Greg, I know you don't like cities. Before I get into why I like cities, you would have liked where I used to live. So I used to own a home and a house where there was 187 people in that town.
That's not a city.
I know.
I'm looking
It's not even a town. The best part about it is I had a guy
It's a
across the
village.
street. A guy across my street. His name was Ernie, an older guy. And he goes, I'm gonna tell you right now, about half of those are cats and dogs. It's so
That is
funny.
Man.
Yeah, man. It was really. We didn't have a stoplight in the town. We lived right on a highway, but not like it was like one way this way, one way. Like they call it
I've
a highway.
actually enjoyed some cities. Augsburg, Germany was very nice.
Oh, dude, Germany's amazing.
I enjoyed Augsburg. Um, I was in Maastricht in the Netherlands. It was okay.
I've never been there. Not to the Netherlands yet.
It's near the German border. It's on the eastern edge of the Netherlands.
I was in Garmisch. That's where I was at in Garmisch.
Garmisch-Partenkirchen is where the military has their resort center. It's in
Yeah, that's where we went.
Garmisch-Partenkirchen. Yep.
It was beautiful.
And
I went to-
Neuschwanstein's just up the road from Garmisch.
We went to Mount Zugspitz. That's what we went up to the Zugspitz, and then my parents took me. I had to have been in like fifth grade. They
Yeah.
took me to my first they took me to a German hockey game, and it was ridiculous to watch. Man, I got to see somebody get their teeth knocked out. There's blood on the ice. It was crazy.
Wow.
I mean, and when a team scores, they like have the flag that goes all the way up over the crowd on the one side, and they'll like shake. Like it's like the craziest, like you know. Soccer hooligans, you know, like that's how they are there. And then mom's like, here, try some Glühwein, but we had some Glühwein, hot wine.
Yeah,
So,
it's hot wine. That's right. They have it
listen.
at Oktoberfest every year. They have Glühwein.
Yeah.
Do you know Neuschwanstein? Do you know what that's famous for?
Mm-mm.
The Disneyland castle was designed after the castle in Neuschwanstein.
I wonder because I got to go. We went to a castle in Germany, and I'm wondering if that's probably it because it was a big castle. And I'm gonna tell you right now, Iggy, you're gonna like this fact. When we were in Germany, I had a 6 starter jacket, the pullovers, and you want to guess what team it was?
Vikings.
It was the Packers.
Yeah, that's nice. That
The
was
Vikings,
called the
Iggy, the
cheesehead.
Vikings don't have an international fan base.
What are you talking about? The Vikings are from over there.
Yeah, but people like Brett Favre.
That's true. He was a Viking though.
No, he wasn't.
Germany's
He
Germany
was a
He was. I got
Packer.
proof.
He was a Packer, and then he was a traitor.
Oh,
I love it.
then he was a Jet, and then he was a traitor.
No, the Jet was a traitor too. But they did to him what they did to Aaron Rodgers, what they're eventually going to do to Jordan Love. They're going to draft at the end of their career a first-round quarterback. They're going to sit him for 3 years, and then they're going to play him.
Yeah.
That's what they did to Favre. That's what they did to Rodgers, and they're going to do the same thing to Jordan Love.
the
That's
plan has
crazy
worked
is
pretty well.
It does
Jordan
work.
Love. I mean, he didn't even throw that many yards. Like he still scored 3 touchdowns, and it was like, what did he have? Like less than 200 yards.
He's a top 12 quarterback right now.
It's crazy.
after 2 weeks.
Yeah, because he's that touchdown.
I
You are
think he's
really
got
depending
either
on
5 or
touchdowns.
6
Like,
touchdown passes.
yeah, he's at 6. He had
Yeah.
3 last week. He's at 6. Like he's gonna have a shit ton.
Which means that he's got the most touchdowns in the NFL through 2 weeks.
I don't know because Kirk Cousins had 4 last week. How many did he have?
Kirk
week
Cousins
1?
has 6.
Yeah,
If you look it up, they both have 6.
yeah, he had a hell of a week last week. It was crazy. Kirk Cousins, even though they lost, man, he put up a massive amount of points.
I tell you
Like
what
he's
else.
on. You want to know what, Craig? He's
Yeah.
on pace for like almost
6,000 yards.
yeah, it's crazy.
I did that. I actually posted that today. 6,000 yards, 6,100 yards, and 51 touchdowns.
It's ridiculous.
And you know what else?
Jefferson's
own
on pace for
He
like
sat
over.
on my bench both week 1 and week 2.
Jefferson's on pace for a lot too. So he's already at he's averaging right now
Justin
150
Jefferson?
a week.
He's on pace for a lot of yards and catches. He ain't on pace for anything for touchdowns.
Yeah, Jordan
Bryce Young's
Addison,
had a really
Jordan
nice
Addison's
run.
on pace for 17 touchdowns. It's just crazy. It's like that team is just like putting up mad fantasy points regardless of losing. It's like the defense is so bad that even for how much the offense is still keeping up, the defense is just that bad. Like they can't even.
Njoku, man. David Njoku just busted out a run, like a 30-yard run. Did y'all see Bryce Young's run? He just
Yeah,
went
I
Yeah, I
over.
was
Bryce
just saying
Young.
he had like almost 25, 30 yard carry.
Yeah, he went over.
Njoku and Harris are against me in one league,
I like Brian Harris
in the Scott
or Harrison
Fishbowl
Bryant.
league, and I've got David Carr.
I like Harrison Bryant, man. Do you guys remember Gary Barnage,
Yeah, tight end.
the barnyard dog? Don't you remember his butt? He had the butt catch, the butt touchdown.
No, I don't remember that.
He caught a touchdown with his butt. He was falling down and he landed on his back and he caught the ball between his hand and his butt cheek.
Yeah, who
No
cares?
joke.
It counts.
It was
right?
awesome, dude. It was the butt touchdown. He got from the barnyard dog, dude, and he was part of the dog pound because it's just like it was just meant to be.
I just saw that run that you were talking about, Iggy. Bryce Young.
Not bad, huh?
Yeah, but he's still not got very many fantasy points, which is good because in my Beat a Hall of Famer league, I'm done, and my opponent has Bryce. No, that's wrong league. My league, I had Jamal Williams, and everybody else is done, so I've won that one. It's the Meet Me at the 50 Dynasty League I'm in. But I had a substantial lead. He would have had to score 35 points for me to lose. And I don't think Bryce Young is getting 35.
I don't think he is either.
So just so everybody knows, anybody that's here, Thursday night show, we're gonna have Bob Harris on.
All right.
Who is that guy? I heard he's like a Hall of Famer or something.
He's an amazing human being. Wendy's bestie.
Yeah, I've heard something about that.
Yeah, join us. I think a couple of things happened a little bit last weekend. We had some technical difficulties, but we'll make sure things are working out a little bit better this week. It happens.
Yeah.
Hey, I found
Twitter's
the
been weird,
channel
man.
that you put up, JC.
What was that?
I found the channel that you threw up quick, so I was able to listen to Hutch finish.
Yeah, I tried to send it. So I've had issues in the past. Sometimes things will quit because even after I had that one with Hutch, it was just me and Hutch and Tip and Ronnie, I think. And it was just real quick, to finish out the rest of the show. And then even right after Hutch was done, it kicked him out. So I think Twitter was just being weird, and it happens. The same thing happened with the game day with Scott Angle. Their show. It happens a bunch. They'll just get kicked out.
Well, it's like I say, if
Too
we
much
keep
data
having
being
problems,
used,
we'll just go to StreamYard.
Yeah, I mean StreamYard's fun. You don't get as much interaction, voice wise from people, but you can still get them in the chat. If we can get a following, for people who just come in and talk. The 1 week we were on, I think Mel came on. We had 100 messages. Mel when Mel jumps in or somebody else jumps in,
We had
people
over 40 for the girls, right?
What was that?
We had over 40 for the ladies.
How much? So if I want to let you all know right now, I was looking through the videos the other day, and Iggy, your and I show on Wednesday when we did.
Yeah, I had 100 something reviews.
100 something views on it for the QB for the heartbreaks, and then right after that was the girls show.
Okay,
with almost 100. So they crushed it. So
yeah, there was a lot.
This week they have Hope Myers on. She was at the expo, and
was
she's
she on the panel?
No, she wasn't. She was there with what's her name?
Demario Davis got sacked. You got him, Iggy. Didn't you say that earlier?
Yeah, I got him in, baby. I love it.
Oh, she was there with Roseanne. Or Roxanne, my bad. She was there with Roxanne.
I was going to say Roseanne Barr.
Yeah, she was there with Roxanne. So Hope Myers, she has her own clothing line that she's come out with too for it's all sports related.
Hey, is Roxanne the girl that the Police wrote a song about?
Yep.
I hope not, but yeah.
We know
Greg,
famous people.
Did you know that they made that in some people made that into a drinking game? So every time they say Roxanne, you have to take a drink. So I'm pretty sure by the end of that
since
song,
all
you
I
would
drink
be,
is water.
well,
That'd be an easy game for me.
you'd probably be peeing after that though, regardless. That's a lot of water.
Hey, I'm 67, JC. Hey, I don't need to drink extra water to pee.
Hey, I do want to give a shout out in case you missed the game show earlier. Greg, the question was another lion. Nobody got it. I felt like I gave a lot of hints on that one. But Bob Lung won it, and we didn't even know it was his birthday. He won it on the 60th one, gave a great answer to kind of win by a point at the end. So go check it out. And if you know Bob Lung, go tell him happy birthday. Puts together kind of one of the best experiences you can have. I mean, we're all four kind of together because of that. We all met at the expo. So
Yeah, those who don't know who Bob Lung is, he's the guy that puts the Fantasy Football Expo together, and he also produces a consistency rankings document that's been around for probably 2 decades. He's really smart. He's really fantasy intelligent, and he's a really nice guy. He really is.
Very nice person.
But before I go watch another one of your shows, Ziggy, you got to tell me that you reviewed it and acknowledge that I got Megatron.
Hey, he missed on mine too. I'm just gonna say that. Devontae Smith, wide receiver 1. I think that'd be a good idea. It'd be fun to go back at the end during the off season, or maybe during the playoffs or something, and go back on the game shows and see who really won. Like we got our winners of like how they made you feel, but it'd be fun to see do a review.
Yeah, that Saquon Barkley answer is not looking so great right now, is it?
DJ Watt sack, baby.
And Deshaun Watson's hurt. He's gonna get up. He's hobbled though. Something about that field, but yeah, I think you're right.
Hit a couple times.
Because Greg was giving me grief about Deontay's answers, and Deontay's answers were spot on. He actually predict that Monday night pretty well.
I don't think I gave you grief about Deontay's answers. I thought he was doing good.
Well, yeah. Well, I
just gave you grief about not getting my Megatron call.
Yeah, it just kind of started off bad for you, huh? Hey, with that said,
5 points. You give me 1. Yeah.
I did give you 1, actually.
You gave me 1, but that bonus question you say is 5 points.
Yeah,
so if you gave me the full 5, there's no overtime. I win.
Well, and here's the thing. We started the new rule. It's the Greg rule. You only get 2 answers. So
the Greg rule.
I only gave 2. Megatron was my second answer.
That's what we
won. Only get 1
Rashid
answer.
Rashid Shaheed.
If it was my show, I would say you only get to answer. So just like on Jeopardy, right? You only get to hit that buzzer once.
Well, I think he just penalized me to give Dante the win.
Oh,
I don't think so.
Right on the show.
Greg gave you an extra point, my friend. So
no, you gave me 4 points less, my friend. I'm not giving up on that. You go back and listen to the tape.
Oh, it's too funny.
What's funny is Fish in the chat said that I said it.
Yeah, I had to go back and rewind it though. I didn't catch it the first time. I'll be honest.
But you did hear it.
I did hear it.
I heard it. I caught it.
And we know Fish is sharp.
Man, we need Olave to have another 14 yards. Carr is sitting at 154 yards. And
he just had 45 yards.
Well, yeah,
it's only a 4-point lead, so they won't shut it down yet.
Hey, shout out to
5:30. They may try to run the clock.
Hey, appreciate that too. Shout out to Craig Ruth, man. You guys see this?
Oh, yeah, that sidewalk talk art? That was awesome.
Put that in the group. That's something he does. It's pretty cool, right?
That's really, really cool to see our logo out there. Our appreciation for what we're doing, you know. We might have to do something special for him because that's super cool. Make sure y'all go retweet that. I think it is in the links room. But yeah, that's really, really cool. We'll have to reach out to him.
So he hit that 55-yard field goal. Ends up being 14-16, but the hard way. The Cleveland Browns got a 2-point conversion, 2 field goals. I don't know how they got there. That's really bizarre.
How bizarre.
Yeah, Carr just completed a pass for -1 yards.
Yeah, wait a minute. You'll see the other pass.
Oh, I'm behind again?
I think you're behind me, yeah.
Can you see the
Rashid
You're always ahead of me.
Kenny's Pickett.
Kenny's Pickens.
He's going in. He's going in. Hold on a second. I'll be right there.
Taysom Hill again. Another 10 yards.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. That is so sweet. That's not a Olave, though.
Nope.
Who's 22?
Rashid Shaheed.
Oh, man. I remember they were talking before the game about they hate his number. They said that the announcer said, if it's 11 or 12, I get it, but they should be 80 numbers when they're wide receivers.
22. I like it.
He's the guy that I mentioned last week's show is somebody you might want to pick up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to see if he's going to be consistent, but this is, he's only got 63 yards on 4 receptions right now, but
that's 10 points. That's good for flex.
Yep.
All right. I do want to we got halftime over here on this game. I'm going to switch it over to the Carolina-New Orleans game, and I'll probably get out of here in just a second, but I do want to say Bettor Vision. Thank y'all. I mean, y'all can stay. JC, I'm sure he'll be watching. But
yeah,
I do
want
to
hang out.
I got to eat dinner,
but
yeah, but I do want to. I'm going to look for us for a bet. So that's all I was saying. All right, because Bettor Vision, they are our sponsor. You can look at all your fantasy teams, all your multiple books on one app. So y'all keep talking. I'm going to try to find something in this kind of crazy Pittsburgh Cleveland.
Olave touchdown.
How many yards?
I think it was over 14.
16.
Ooh, it's already out.
16 to the house.
And we had a bet on anytime touchdown for that as well. So love it, love it, love it. What are they saying about Nick Chubb? Is anybody listening?
If you go back to 2015, he dislocated left, he tore his MCL, PCL, and LCL with cartilage damage.
Oh, look, but I haven't heard anything. Fantasy
he went
Football
out of
Expo,
bounds.
August 9th to 11th.
Not a touchdown.
Did he go out of bounds? They challenged
Yeah,
it?
he went out of bounds.
Dang, that's too bad.
Well, wait a minute. They haven't called it yet, but the replay showed it. They got to
There it is. Iggy, there it is. Getting ready for the Expo 2024. I like the color scheme.
Yep.
I like the color scheme, black and red.
Yep,
gonna be
he's
a good
going back
t-shirt.
out on the field. Out of bounds.
Wendy, you ready for the Expo? Anybody that's so make sure you get your tickets early for the Expo. They do start to go up in price. If you get them earlier, they do cost less. Make sure you get your air tickets. If you get them early, they do cost less.
Oh, and Tony Jones puts it in on the ground.
Uh-oh.
You know what? It was a 2-yard rush. I think you still got 14 yards out of it.
No, I don't think so.
You don't think that catch was 14 yards? It was 16 yards to
No,
go.
because it started at the 16. What yard line are they at?
They're at the 2.
No, they're not. They're like
they're at the 3
6 or 7. They're at the 7.
Yeah.
So 9 yards you got. And then
maybe I missed a play.
Yeah.
Oh, I got Nick Chubb and Scott Fishbowl too. Damn it.
I think Taysom Hill was playing running back and just took a run right up the middle.
Yeah, that's the play I missed right there. All right, gents, I gotta head out, eat some dinner, but it's been fun. I'll watch on YouTube.
What's for dinner?
Tri-tip and cauliflower and carrots.
Oh man, I thought you were gonna eat.
Tri-tip. Got to be a little bit healthy.
I have brisket.
What?
That sounds.
I like
too.
that. I need that. Let me get that. Where's my later fish?
I had pulled brisket with baby Ray sauce and 2 things of American cheese on top, heated. No bread, just probably a pound of brisket.
Man, that sounds delicious. We have I grew up in Texas, so I'm like, I kind of consider myself a little bit of a brisket expert. If you get around Central Texas, there's all these old German like smokehouses and stuff, and they're all great. But we have this place called Serious Texas Barbecue right here where I live in Colorado, and I was like, I'll be the judge of that. It's actually pretty good, man. I could eat a pound of their brisket for sure.
Do you lock down free agency in your league during the games?
Yeah, once they played, they're done.
So they got to go on waivers that week?
Yeah.
Okay, because Jones Jr. is going to be grabbed by a bunch of people.
I'm gonna do what Iggy's talking about. I'm gonna go trade for Kamara.
Yeah, I think Kamara's worth trading. I think Kareem Hunt needs to be grabbed. Y'all are more competitors, but
Didn't Kareem Hunt just get activated by the Ravens?
Kareem Hunt is not on the Ravens. Kareem Hunt is a free agent. You're talking about Melvin Gordon.
Oh, okay. So Melvin Gordon just got activated by the Ravens.
Melvin Gordon, yeah.
Melvin Gordon was a shadow of himself before he left. Yeah, before he left Denver.
Okay, guys. So here's my bet. Grant Delpit over 4.5 tackles. It's at -130 and putting half a unit on it. He's got 3. Right. So
what was it? What was it?
Grant Delpit.
Grant? Hold on.
Give me a spell it.
D-E-L-P-I-T. D-E-L-P-I-T.
D-E-L-P-I-T. Yes, sir.
Yep.
What is
4 tackles?
Over 4.5.
So a unit is whatever you specify it to be. So you can choose your unit.
Yeah, like some choose. It's whatever your normal bet is.
And it's a per
what
day,
is
right?
a unit?
So how much do you want to spend? So how many units? So how many units? How many units do you choose for a day?
Per day? Like, so how I define a unit, it's like however much your standard bet is. Like if you're wealthier, you probably have 100,000, and that's how much you bet on every bet. If you're not as wealthy, you could be betting $10, $20. It's whatever your standard bet.
I'm talking about you, Iggy. What is
mine's 50. Mine's 50. Yeah.
And if you hit the 2 tackles, what do you make?
So I put half a unit on it. So 25
for 2 tackles.
And if I win, I hit 44.23. So
you said
so you almost double your money.
Almost, yeah. It's 0.7 of them a return. So for every dollar you put in, you get 0.7. So
hey, what's the odds?
-130, sir. And then they've already paid me for Luvu because he's having an outstanding day. That was my bold take. Him and Alex Highsmith, Frankie Luvu being top 5, 2 sacks, 13 tackles, something like that, 12 tackles.
He's been very active.
So you said 2 tackles, right?
2 tackles is all we need, bro. I think. Let me confirm.
Tackles in the second half. Odds are -130, half a unit.
Yeah, that's what I put. I didn't go willy-nilly on it. I just put half a unit.
And you've already more than made that from your Luvu, right?
Yeah, and then I've got a money line bet on the Saints, and then I have Olave 70 yards and the Saints to win on a 2-par. So it could be turning into a big night. Bryce Young, get down! Oh wait, that's earlier. Okay.
This game is
so Pittsburgh's up 16-14.
Yeah,
yep, 16-14, and the other game is done. So Jones Jr. 12 rushes for 34 yards and 1 touchdown. I wouldn't say that's great.
No, but he's the only back they've got now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that means a lot.
It does until they sign somebody else.
I guess. I mean, Minnesota still hasn't signed somebody else, and guess what? Madison still isn't good.
I still think Minnesota should activate Dwayne McBride.
Oh, 2 touchdowns.
They need to give McBride. They need to give McBride or Gaskin a chance because what they're doing is just not working.
I do like the Gaskin pickup, especially. I don't know why they're not using him in the pass game because he is a good pass catcher.
They gotta teach him the offense.
I get that.
Delpit has 2 tackles, so we need 3. Not that big a deal. We need a tackle or assist. I think he's good. So
that's why I asked you a bunch of times.
I know. I wanted to check the stats because DraftKings said 3. DraftKings said 3, which is where the bet's placed, but Google says 2. And I trust Google stats more than I do DraftKings stats. So, but that's it. I'm going to hop off.
Hey, I like that too. Kendre Miller.
Yeah, but he's hurt. He's already banged up. Banged up rookies. I just don't trust that. That's hard for me to. That's hard for me.
All right, it's halftime, so let's get something out of you before you leave.
What do you want? I just gave you my bet.
No, push-ups, sit-ups. Give me something.
Oh, okay. I'll give you 10 overhead squats. Those are harder than you think. This is a 10-pound sandball, so it's like dead weight too. I don't use a whole lot of weight anymore. When I was younger,
You getting in shape for next year's flag football tournament?
I'm getting in shape for skiing. That's what my goal was. I just want to have good core strength for skiing. I don't want to get injured. I don't really do as much as crazy stuff as I used to, but I still go skiing in the trees a lot.
That's kind of crazy.
Iggy, I'm gonna have to get back into snowboarding again because I really did enjoy doing that, especially when we were in Colorado. Like I do like the country stuff, like going through the woods and just doing like I tried the moguls. I'm gonna tell you right now, I tried the moguls one time on the snowboard, and I'll never do that again.
The problem with snowboarding and skiing?
What's that?
You got to have that white stuff on the ground, and it is not warm.
Yeah, that's why
you grew up in Michigan. You should be able to be in snow,
where do I live now?
Yeah, I'm trying to move.
I grew up where my parents took me. When I became an adult, I decided to go where it's warm.
You love shoveling snow, Greg. Come on.
It is nice.
Yeah, I love seeing it on TV.
I said shoveling it. I said shoveling the snow, dude.
That's not,
I love watching people shovel on TV.
I don't like watching them do that. I feel you can't know. How can you feel bad? I mean, for somebody who knows what, all right, there's a difference between different snows too. There's the light, fluffy snow, and then there's that wet, heavy snow. And that shoveling that, dude, it's like backbreaker snow.
That's like late spring snow. Yeah, that stuff.
Nowadays, people just use the snow blowers anyway.
Yeah, I mean, if you got $1,000 to blow.
Yeah, that's what. Like, I'll leave with this. Vic Ketchman, he covered the Steelers in the '70s, and then moved to Jacksonville and covered them. And he covered Green Bay for about 5 years to close out his career. Great columnist, one of my all-time favorite NFL writers. If you ever get a chance to catch him out, VICKETCHMAN. And he talked about, he was in Jacksonville for 18 years covering the Jags, and he moved up to Green Bay. And he's like, God almighty, how do y'all tolerate the snow? He's like, I have to shovel every morning just to go write a paper. And he was like, but then he got a snowblower, and he's like, now I get it. He's like, this is like mowing the lawn. He's like, this is kind of the power to it. But he said he broke down his last year. He said, my fingers were so numb. And, he was at the Steelers, the Seahawks versus Packers NFC Championship game where they came back miraculously. And that I'll never forget. He said, I fell in love with the Packers. He's like, that's when I became a Packer fan. And people got so mad about him writing about that because they took it the wrong way. They thought he was saying that being a smartass. And I got what he was saying. He's like, I'm a journalist. I just write about this. I'm not supposed to have emotion. But he's like, I had emotion in that loss. So
I've always said Minnesota gave up a tremendous home field advantage when they built a dome.
Dude, I'm telling you, I'm gonna tell you right now, watching them. Oh, and Fish just came in and said Chubb Fear is knee dislocated, season likely over.
That's what happened earlier. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna get out. We got dinner ready. I'll still be watching though. Peace.
Take care.
Yeah, so I got to go to a couple of Minnesota games when they played at the Gopher Stadium, and it was, I'm going to tell you right now, it was amazing. The first game I got to go to was against Carolina Panthers, and the game was so cold that the beer taps were freezing. That's how cold it was outside. I'm going to tell you right now, I was not drinking beer. I was drinking hot cocoa because when I go to games, I like to wear my jersey, so I'll wear a thermal underneath it, especially when you're outside. Woo, it was cold. And you want to know how that game started, Greg? The game started with 3 and out, and then a punt block touchdown. That's how the game started out. The Vikings started out with getting a punt block touchdown.
Hey, it's like I say, you get these southern teams come up to play in the cold weather venues.
It was crazy.
Yeah, any cold weather team that builds a dome is doing it for 2 reasons. You get more fans in because of the weather. So that's the main reason. And you can attract free agents because you're inside. But I'm telling you, you give up a tremendous home field advantage by building that dome.
So I think the main reason that Ziggy built the dome is because he wanted to make money other ways, by selling out venues and stuff like
Yeah.
that. I think that's the reason a lot of people will do inside, especially in the wintertime. Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you right now, after they built it and our team sucked, they were losing a lot of money. There was actually, I'm gonna tell you right now, there was some stuff on like Craigslist. Somebody was selling the dome for like super cheap. It was so funny.
And there was somebody that believed it.
Oh, for sure, man. It's crazy. It was so crazy. But I mean, I've been to a few games there. I went to a game a couple of years ago. That's when Jerick McKinnon was the running back at the time. And I had seats I mean, I still paid like $200 a seat, but I was in the second row, right in the end zone, like right in the corner of the end zone. So we got to see a lot of touchdowns. And it was versus I was dating a girl at the time who was a Giants fan. So I took her.
You date girl?
Yeah, occasionally. I don't have time right now, but yeah, I mean, we just whooped up on the Giants that game too. I mean, and McKinnon had 2 touchdowns, and it was crazy because we were in the end zone where they were scoring too. It was like, yes, this is great. Tickets were worth it. $200 a seat, like being right there. Oh, and Randy Moss showed up with Steve Young. That was pretty sweet too. It was a good day. It was a good day. I like that stadium.
You said this.
I missed the dome though.
Carolina
I missed the
game is
Metrodome.
over.
Which game?
Carolina.
Yeah, that game's over. So now the other game's on right now, and so
I'll switch to it in a minute. I just
Pickens
saw a receiver for Carolina catch the ball and run backwards to go out of bounds when he was on the 3-yard line. He didn't try to get into the end zone, and he's down 20-9. I don't understand that thought pattern.
Well,
you're that close. You try to score.
We saw at the beginning of this game too when in the Steelers game they were doing a was it a kickoff, and the Steelers returner caught the ball as it was going out of bounds. So instead of it going on the 40-yard line,
he toe tapped.
Yeah, he toe tapped too. Yeah, it's crazy. It's like, are you serious?
His coach took him right over and explained it to him.
You saw Tomlin's face too. He's like, what are you thinking?
He wasn't, clearly.
Oh, man.
Oh, so Bryce Young did get a touchdown anyway.
All right, so Steelers have the ball. If anybody didn't, no. The game isn't over. Yeah, it's 20-17 with 1:05 in the fourth quarter. That's what's live for the Saints game.
Okay. Well, I just saw the touchdown that made it 17.
Oops.
And I think it's Thielen.
He is definitely a shell of himself. So I'm going to tell you right now, KJ Osborne looks better than Thielen did last year. And KJ Osborne was actually tied with they were basically about the same stats last year. KJ Osborne has had a couple dumb drops, but he's been targeted in the red zone a lot. And he's had a couple touchdowns, or I think he has at least a touchdown. More than Jefferson has.
I got 1:16 remaining.
I don't know. They just showed in the corner like 1:04, so I don't know.
Well, that's because I had backed up to see how many yards the guy got on the reception. Onside kick, and the Saints recover it, so the game's over. I'm not sure how many timeouts, if any, Carolina has left. I don't see any. So I think it's just kneel down twice and it's over. Oh, they have one timeout. So that's probably why you saw
commercial break. Yeah, so what was your most biggest takeaway you think from this week?
Well, don't count your chickens before they're hatched. I thought sure the Lions were going to dominate the Seahawks.
That was a crazy game. Go Hawks, baby. I thought both my teams were going to lose this week. Oh, man. The Vikings, dude. It's really hard to watch them. The reason that they are bad is because of their turnovers. They have what? I think 9. I think it's 8 or 9 turnovers already this season, and that is really bad.
Yeah, and
It's
they've
really
got
bad.
no defense still, but you knew that going in.
Yeah, but like the Justin Jefferson, him fumbling into the end zone with the touchback, like
that cost me 9 points.
I don't know if it was. I think he was over the. I think he crossed the plane before he lost possession.
No, he didn't. They replayed that many times. He didn't. He lost it about
Let's
3
give
or
it to
4
him. Come
inches
on.
from the pylon.
What's up, Marcy? Yeah, I mean
Marcy.
that one really hurt. I mean, Kirk pops up. I mean, Madison almost had 2 fumbles. But he got lucky with the penalty coming out. One of them was like right into one of the defenders' hands. It's like anybody who said Madison was good, I'm sorry, but he is not. Not at all.
Cleveland's got to be hurting bad with Chubb gone.
Well, they're gonna have to figure out something. They're gonna immediately have to go out and get. I mean, Leonard Fournette's still out there. They could go get him. He's kind of like that style of runner. He's older, but
he's not Chubb.
I know nobody's Nick Chubb. I mean, if we're drafting him that high, I mean, there's nobody out there that's gonna be able to replace him. They can go get Kareem Hunt if they just want to try to throw the ball, but I mean, I don't think that Deshaun Watson's good enough for that.
Well, he was at one point. But he's made a lot of mistakes this weekend. And I got to give the Steelers credit. They were pressuring him, too, when I was watching.
I just don't know if Deshaun Watson's that good. I think this whole stuff that he went through. What's up, Marcy? The whole stuff that he kind of went through, kind of threw him off a lot. I mean, obviously,
2 years off from the game will throw you off.
Well, I mean, what about Calvin Ridley?
Yeah, what about him? How'd he do this weekend?
Hey, come on now.
He's another one that missed a touchdown because of a toe tap.
Yep. And he ran into that. He had 2 of them, I think, that he dropped because one of them was like right in the back of the end zone. He got one in, and I think he got pushed out. The other one, he hit the
upright.
Yeah,
the post. And I was going to say, not only did he miss the touchdown, he got punished. He got punished by being pushed into the post.
What was that, Pickens? Did you see him trying to jump up? Ward's just like, nope. Man, that's going to hurt. I think so. The Browns the Browns need to get a win.
I'm about 10 or 20 seconds behind you. But he jumped up, but it didn't hurt him at all. He came down.
It's just weird. I don't know why he jumped.
I don't either, but I think he thought the guy would go low on him. And he was trying to go over
smart
him.
About it.
Yeah, okay, so he turns quick, and the guy didn't go low.
The same thing happened.
Stayed up with him. But
the same thing happened in the Bills
for a couple more yards.
I don't know if you saw the Bills game, but Josh Allen tried to do that, and whoever was protecting him was just like, nope. Fucking wrecks Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Can't do that anymore. People know what you're going to do.
Yeah. So Pickens has 3 catches for 100+ yards and a touchdown.
Well, he had the 171 yards, so you got to think about that. That's a lot.
Well, and somebody said, should you go all in on, and I can't remember the kid's name, but he had 3 targets, 2 receptions, 113 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Yep. And so everybody's saying, well, we should draft him. No, I mean, you shouldn't pick him up in free agency. 3 targets. He's not going to get 70-yard catches every week.
Well, I mean, that's like Deshaun Jackson or like Will Fuller, like those big boom play guys. Like they'll have that week. I mean, Deshaun Jackson, it was like all of a sudden he had like 150 yards on 2 catches and 2 touchdowns. You're like, well, he just broke 2 crazy plays,
Yeah.
And there's players like that in the NFL. I mean, Will Fuller was known for that, and he got hurt so easily. I mean, we're seeing it with Pickens here. I mean, he was that boom play, right? I mean, 3 catches for.
Yeah, but remember, he was supposed to have Deontay Johnson opposite him. which meant that they had to split the safety coverage. They couldn't just always roll the best corner to Pickens because Deontay Johnson was good, but they put Johnson on IR today. I'm confused. I remember when IR used to mean you were out for the season. Now apparently it means 4 weeks.
I thought it used to be 6 weeks.
Might be 6 weeks, but it used to be the season.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, there's been too many injuries. We can kind of talk about that a little bit. I mean, and you have mentioned this to me, and I definitely am now starting to agree. I mean, I did this last week when I was watching some of the stuff, but it's like making a lot more sense with the 3 weeks isn't enough. And not only that is there's no cutbacks anymore. They're not cutting them back like they were, when they had the 4-week, preseason, and they're like every week they were cutting a certain amount of players out.
Well, that plus to me, the big problem is that too many starters aren't playing. And the ones that are playing in vanilla schemes against vanilla defenses. So they don't really hone their skills up to the, the regulation, the regular season level they need to be. So week 1 becomes a preseason game.
Yeah, I agree.
And for some people, week 2 as well. I thought this week's games were much tighter than last week's games, but I thought last week's games were ridiculously unprofessional.
So SoCal Junior's in here. Evan, SoCal ball nerd, Evan.
Yeah.
This is his kid.
Hey, Evan.
That's Evan's boy, Evan's son.
Oh, hey, Evan's son.
So he's in one of our leagues. So he made some crazy. So he got an orphan team in one of my dynasty leagues that I run, and he made so many trades, and he turned that team into one of the top scoring teams in the league in the league now. He made some really good moves.
You're the commissioner?
He's young. He's still in high school.
You're the commissioner?
Yeah, I'm the commissioner.
How'd you let him take advantage of you like that?
Not me. He didn't trade with me. He made some trades. He ended up getting Hawkinson. We got dynasty or DST or I'm sorry, IDP in that league too.
Did he trade away a lot of the future draft picks?
I don't think so. I don't think so at all. I think he was just trading a bunch of players together, and he was moving. I mean, like I said, what you have to do is you have to find people that like certain players, and you'll have a lot of homers out there, that follow their players, so they'll go pay a lot for the players that that they like to follow. Some kids, I mean, you got to think that way. I mean, I know somebody in a league who what he did was trade away basically his whole team, not his whole team, but for first round draft picks the year, was it 2020, right? That's the year Jefferson, all those amazing players came out that year, 2020. And it was just like he drafted, he had almost had the whole first round. So he had just hit on all these players,
Yeah, but that's still risky.
That's risky, but if it works, dude, it can happen. I mean, that's what the best crazy thing about fantasy football. There goes Ford. Boom. Big Ford might get a touchdown here. Yep. Touchdown from Ford. Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
They haven't even snapped the ball yet. There we go.
A touchdown.
Oh, good cutback.
Yeah, he looks good, man.
That. You got Deshaun Watson made a block on that.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna probably go out and spend a lot of fab on this kid if he's out there. He's something we should have been grabbing.
I told you people are going to be going after this kid.
Yeah.
He has enough speed, clearly. I don't know, JC.
Yeah. It's he looked pretty good. He's down at the one. He's down at the half yard or the quarter yard mark.
Oh. Well, then they should reward him and give him the carry up close. At least one shot.
He tried, man. He legit tried. That was a nice stop. Talk about a tackle there. Woo, what a stop. Man, that's a hell of a stop. Was that Minka?
I thought he made it in, actually.
Minka Fitzpatrick throwing up on the sideline. No, they brought someone else to get the touchdown. Oh, he got stuffed.
Call a timeout and give him another shot.
Man, this is a good game, though. I mean, yeah, I'd probably go out there and spend some money on Ford.
I'm looking at that replay, and I realized the ball hit down before the goal line,
Yeah,
but by the time his shoulder touched down, the ball had been drug over the goal line. That should have been a touchdown.
no,
And
the
it was
ball
certainly
is
a lot closer than where they got it marked.
It's a touchdown. Is that Pierce? Yeah, Pierre Strong. Wow, Pierre Strong.
Is he the one that got stuffed on the previous play?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah. He got stoned on the previous play.
Oh, score. The Browns are now taking the lead. I mean, I think the best thing for the Browns here is if they can leave with a win tonight. You know that they lost one of their best
still
players.
a long way to go.
Yeah, I get that, but Ford's probably winded. So, Evan, I think he was just winded. That was a pretty big run by Ford. There, Deshaun Watson. They go for 2, and they get
Try
it.
to give him a 3-point lead.
Yep. It's smart, man. Like I said, if even with that injury, I mean, it hurts, but if you can leave with a win, like you're 2-0, you got a little bit of time to figure out what you can do at running back. I mean, you have Ford there, but you have to go get somebody, you know. That was a big run.
Pretty good blocking on that touchdown run.
Minka, wow. How to run him down, dude. Woo, wow. Minka Fitzpatrick, that was a hell of a.
Is he a linebacker?
Yeah, he plays. I think he's like a hybrid safety linebacker. I think that's a lot of things that. So in the off season, we talked to a lot of the younger kids that were like D2 players, or they were like in what's the other college before that? Junior prep or something like that, where they were moving to D2. Oh, I don't remember what they call it. Anyways,
CFA?
No, it's like junior college.
Oh, okay.
But they're moving to D2, and we got to talk to some of them. And like a lot of players are like linebackers but they're like safety or like safeties converted to like linebackers. So they're like big body guys, but they're fast moving, so they can hit. They can catch the ball. We were talking to shit, what is the kids? Let me look up real quick. You'll know the player. Let me just look back. It was a while back. We did some pretty big interviews with some young kids.
Got a movie coming out for me this weekend.
What movie?
A new Expendables one.
Oh, I'm gonna watch that. I just watched the new Guardians of the Galaxy, and it was amazing. I thought it was amazing.
The new Guardians of the Galaxy?
It was amazing. Yeah, it's the third one.
Oh, that's not new. That's been out for 2 years.
What? It just came out like this year. Guardians of the Galaxy 3. It just came out this year.
Must have been early this year.
Oh.
I haven't seen a new Marvel movie in months.
You know LeVar Arrington?
Linebacker, Washington Redskins.
So
when they were the Redskins.
We interviewed his kid.
Yeah.
And his nephew.
It's fun interviewing kids, isn't it?
So Alex Highsmith?
There was a running back named Alex.
No, he plays Alex Highsmith. He plays for the Steelers.
No,
We ended up interviewing His dad, Sam.
Wasn't there a Miami linebacker named Alex Highsmith?
I mean, there might have been.
Thought there was. See, you get old, you get these names get repeated. I tell you, when I was interviewing kids, I was getting mostly the small school kids, the UDFA types. One of the kids I got was a 3rd-round draft pick named Keenan Allen.
Keenan Allen had a beast week this week. One of the top receivers in the NFL this week.
Yeah, he's been one of the top receivers in the NFL since he got there.
Yeah, he's pretty damn good.
He is. And I tell you what, he was a fun interview. You can these kids are full of hope and they're about to realize their dreams. And every kid that I interviewed, I told them, look, I know you're expecting to be drafted at a certain position. Says it doesn't matter if you get drafted there, doesn't matter if you get drafted early, and it doesn't matter if you don't get drafted at all. I said, if you sign a contract, even a UDFA contract, you're going to be on the field with everybody that was drafted in the draft. So you'll have the opportunity to prove that you're as good as any of those people and that you belong. You just have to keep your attitude up and you have to work harder than they do.
Yeah. Ev, you should be on the show tonight. I'm surprised you're not on here.
What's that?
Evan, he's fun to talk to on the streams.
Yeah.
He's pretty knowledgeable when it comes to football. Fish says he has Algier, Walker, Gainwell, and Mitchell. Yeah, you probably go get him. I mean, now he's a starter, technically.
You talking about Jones Jr.?
I think he's talking about I think we're talking about Ford.
Both of them.
I mean, I guess Jones Jr. I mean, his yards not so good, but his touchdowns. I mean, he had 2.
Well, and all it takes is one break, and you're gone. He had good quickness. He looked good. And down goes Pickett.
Who's down for the Browns? Someone's down for the Browns.
I don't know. I only see Browns celebrating. Oh.
A lot of injuries tonight for the Browns.
Defensive end got smacked. Tight end chipped
him.
Oh,
is that Deuce Newsome? That's not good.
I don't know if he's the one that was down. No, they're back up, but
that's
must be a play after what I'm at.
What's this new movie? Scorsese movie.
I tell you, the one I want to see is Creator.
Yeah, that looks pretty damn good. Yeah, the AI stuff. You're not
AI, yeah.
All right, Greg, hold the floor down. I gotta use the bathroom real quick.
All right. Well, I'm behind you, so if you're listening, I'm seeing stuff that's a play or so behind where JC was. That's the problem with streaming through Hulu, but it's my method of choice for seeing things. And I just saw Pickett catch it, and now I'm seeing the ad that JC was talking about with DiCaprio. Yeah, it looks like a Western. My dad loved Westerns. I'm not so much. And so this week, we're going to have Bob Harris. And if you want advice on your team from a Hall of Famer or 2 Hall of Famers, you need to tune in on Thursday. And when we break and open the mics, raise your hand. And JC's going to be handling the switchboard this week. He'll get you in. And you don't have to ask us about what our topic is. You can ask us anything about your team. Yeah, I got to be honest with you. Having the opportunity to ask Bob Harris a question, you should take advantage of it. JC's holding his thumb up.
He's an amazing person, man. Bob Harris is a great human.
Well, people don't understand. I'm in the Hall of Fame because I started writing in the 90s. And I got awarded for my writing in 2004. And then 6 years later, I was inducted into the Hall of Fame. That whole time, I was still writing. And I was calling Bob Harris pretty much 3 nights a week. And we were talking till 3 in the morning about, well, it was probably 1 in the morning for him, but it's 3 in the morning for me because I was in Atlanta and he was in Albuquerque, I think. But bottom line is we would talk all night long. And I learned more about football and fantasy football in those conversations than I can even impart to different people through my writing. Bob would give you some gems. I mean, he taught me to read between the lines. He taught me about a thing called coach speak. I'd never even heard that term before. Coaches lie. I never even assumed that they would lie because for me, lying is anathema. It's just something you don't do. But coaches do it every single week.
Oh, for sure.
And he also taught me about, was that Warren that just caught that? Yep, 30.
Yeah. They're kicking the ball.
He taught me don't chase last year's stats.
100%.
And yeah, it's 100%, but everybody does.
Yeah.
And if you don't believe me, look at the beginning of the season rankings every single year. If somebody had a great year last year, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, they're going to be ranked at the top of the rankings.
We got proof from week 1. You want proof from week 1?
What's that?
All right, here's your top 12 QB rankings from week 1. Jalen Hurts, Pat Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence, Kirk Cousins, Justin Fields, Deshaun Watson, Tua Tagovailoa, and Dak Prescott. Let me just tell you.
3 of those guys don't belong, and I can tell you right off the top of my head. 4, actually. Burrow, Fields, who are the last 4?
There was actually 6 that finished outside the top 12. Actually, 6 finished at the top of the 18.
Last year?
No, this is from week 1. This is just week 1 this year.
Yeah, but the rankings are for the full season.
No, I get that. But there's also rankings from week to week
improve.
Fantasy
I expect Burrow will improve. But if people knew he was going to start the way he did, you could bet he wouldn't have been drafted in the 2nd round. And he was.
Yeah.
Justin Fields, I think, was drafted way too high. I think Anthony Richardson was drafted way too high.
Justin Fields' decision making looks terrible. Like, it's not good.
You know who was drafted way too low? Baker Mayfield.
He played 2 of the worst secondaries in the NFL the first 2
He may have, but he's looked pretty good doing it.
I'd be trading him right now. He's at an all-time high.
Maybe.
He could probably
there are people that are going to trade Puka Nacua right now.
I'd be trading him for like Brock Purdy or something.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Who else?
Who were the last 4?
Dak Prescott, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Hurts, and Fields all finished outside the top 18.
I think Hurts will be fine. Hurts rebounded in week 2. I think with the Andrews back that Jackson will improve, but I'm not sure he belonged in the top 12. I do like Trevor, and you remember how I was adamant that certain wide receiver from Jacksonville was going to have a good year?
Christian Kirk.
And you were all in on Ridley? And Ridley, week 1, blew up and Kirk did nothing?
Well, Ridley had 2 touchdowns that were called out of bounds. I mean, how's that on him?
I understand that. And
He
Ridley's
caught them.
6'2", and Ridley's 6'2", so he's on the field for all the snaps. If you look at the snap percentage, I think I watched the Jacksonville game, and what I saw was that it was not Zay Jones, it was Ridley and Kirk on the field in 2 receiver sets. Now in week 1, that might have been reversed. It might have been Zay Jones that was on the field in 2 receiver sets. But you can't judge anything based on 1 week. If you do, I decided to keep Christian Kirk in my starting lineup, but I kept him as a flex. So that if I thought that I needed a high upside player on Sunday, I could swap him out. But I'm glad I didn't. 11 receptions, over 100 yards. He didn't get a touchdown, I don't think, or did he? Did he get 1 touchdown?
Who was that?
Christian Kirk.
This week? I don't know if he did.
I don't either, but he had 11 catches for
That's
over
pretty
100
good.
yards.
Yeah, that's a lot of fantasy points in PPR for sure.
It is. So, bottom line is, Breece Hall had a great first week.
Ooh, Deshaun slinging it. Oh, how do you drop that? That should have been an easy interception. Oof.
Was that an out pattern to number 11 you were talking about? Or was it further downfield?
Deshaun just hooked this into the end zone.
Okay, I saw the play before that. I haven't seen that one yet. Anyway, I'm trying to expand the sports affiliation to Facebook. And so I joined a bunch of these fantasy football groups on Facebook. And one of them, there was a thread that asked, should I start Breece Hall or another player? And I don't even remember who the other player was. But I recommended the other player, and somebody jumped down my throat and said, always start your studs. And I said, no, you don't always do anything in fantasy football. You also don't never do anything. Those are not concepts that work with winning fantasy football. And so I said, I went through, because our show has a segment on studs to sit. Now, in week 1, we didn't really define what a stud was. We just kind of went by draft capital or what they did in the past to determine who was the studs. But in week 2, we're taking the top 12 players at their position. If you're top 12 at your position, you're a stud. And so I went through, and we have 4 recommendations each week, and we were 3-1 and 3-1. And the 1 will become a push. The way I grade it is if you're a top 12 player and then you're not a viable starter that week, if we recommend you and you're a stud, it means you're a top 12 at your position. A viable starter is a top 12 quarterback or a top 12 tight end or a top 24 running back or top 24 wide receiver. Well, Garrett Wilson was number 12 coming into tonight. With the game that Pickens has had, I'm guessing he won't be number 12 after tonight. So he'll become a push. So we'll be 6-1-1 in our predictions. And that's pretty damn good, because I keep saying experts are only right 60% of the time. They're wrong 40% of the time. And 6-1-1 is a little bit better than 40% right.
I think actually in the betting world, if you're over 54%, you're pretty damn good better.
Yeah, I agree with that. But, people seem to think that experts have to be right all the time. You just have to be right more than the non-experts. That's right. How you win. You just got to be right more than them. And I truly believe that and I don't think being in the Hall of Fame makes me any more expert than you because you spend the time studying it. If you spend the time studying it, the difference between you and me is simple. I have an accolade that I earned. It doesn't mean I know more than you. It just means that somebody has recognized my work and given me an award for it. So I think the serious fantasy players are every bit as smart as the experts. But I do
That's
think people get hung up on tropes that make no sense. And anytime you say always, it makes no sense. I just saw the one where you said, "How did you drop that pick?" That was in the end zone, wasn't it?
oh man, it's so
Right through his hands.
it's so bad. Can't drop that.
Well,
Yeah,
he had to run a long way to get it. He was probably tired.
yeah, it's true. But
These
Najee,
guys are such superb
Najee,
condition.
there goes Najee. There you go. I'm at 351 right now, Greg.
For
My
Scott
time.
Fishbowl.
No. That's the time I'm at. 347.
Oh, I'm at 501.
What? You're that far behind?
Yeah, but I'm not going to refresh it. I don't care.
I'll
You could just talk about it and I'll comment.
Yeah, now so Najee had like a nice 15-yard run, 12, 15-yard run here.
So does that give him 22 for the day?
Probably. Man, dude, there's a lot of these running back. Well, he just lost. Oh, go. All right, just reverse the field. Woo! All right, Najee, I mean, for the amount he just ran, that's probably about 50 yards. He just ran across the field one way and ran out all the way across back the other way and then got about 18 yards.
So he's got 30 yards and 2 carries?
Yeah. That was a pretty big carry. I mean, he almost got tackled, reversed field, and came all the way back across the field and got about 18-yard pickup.
All right.
Kenny Pickett gets a little block. I mean, not bad, not bad. Now Warren's in. Warren gets about 4 yards. Yeah, dude. Yeah, Najee. Yeah, Najee's looking good now. It only took him a whole half. Almost 3/4. That's crazy. Yeah. Okay. So Steelers are at 53 rushing yards. So that's 2 running backs combined. And Pickett. It's pretty bad. Little reverse here. Man, these play calls, some of these play calls are pretty bad. I would say that the Browns defense is looking pretty good. Oh, Iggy said, let's go, baby. Delpit, one more tackle, I believe. Better get 5 to be safe. Can't hear you. If you're there still, Greg, can't hear you.
The first Pittsburgh touchdown you said was Freiermuth. It was not. It was a pick 6.
What? Oh man, I must have missed that. I thought it was they only scored
Alex
7 points.
Highsmith, pick 6.
No, that was today.
Yeah.
I was talking about last week.
No, I'm talking about today.
Yeah, I was talking about in my video I had. It was from last week's stuff.
Well, tonight we're talking about the football game, and you told me the first touchdown was Freiermuth. Why did
I was talking about it in the
week?
video. I said no, because I was saying you said they had no highlights from last week, and I said the only highlight they had was from one drive and flag on the punt.
Did Pittsburgh get down close enough to score?
No. It's 22-19 still. They punted the ball. There's a flag on the punt from the receiving team. Does that mean they re-kick? Ooh, they have a good punter.
Yeah, but if it's from the receiving team, it might give them a first down.
No, it says still 4th and 9.
Looks like they're
Did you see that? Oh, too many men on the field.
okay. So I'm showing 119 right now.
Yep, that's where I'm at.
So why would they punt the ball with 119 left?
It's still in the third quarter.
Oh, okay, that's why. Duh.
Man, I'm so sad the
There. I
Vikings
see
got
the
rid
big third there, and I'm thinking, there's 119 left. Go for it.
They must have been back. I think it's
They're
5 yards,
close
right?
to
Too many men on the
field goal
field is 5
range.
yards.
He's going to kick
Dude,
it
he
in.
blasted that punt. That was
It's going into the end zone.
whoa!
All right, I'm frozen.
Wow, talk about a coffin kick. Holy cow. Look at the control on this ball. He
I'd
rolls
love
out
to,
the
except I'm
1 yard line.
frozen.
Wow. That is crazy. That's called ball spin. All on his own, out on the 1 yard line. That's a hell of a punt. Whoo. Yeah, you reward your punter after that. That is a hell of a punt. Now you got your defense out there. Deshaun's on his 1 yard line. This is where Pittsburgh can get nasty.
101. Is that where
All right,
you're
they
at?
gain like 2
Second and
yards.
9 or 8. Second and 8.
Wow, that was a hell of a punt.
Yeah, I wish I could have seen it.
So he punted it and it hit about. I mean, the way he kicked it, I thought he was going to go out of the out of the end zone, and he hit like right on the 5, and it bounced completely sideways, and it rolled like right out on the 1, like with
Is that
no help.
Njoku that just caught it?
You might be ahead of me now. Yeah, that's Njoku. No, it's not. Njoku has big dreads. That's not Njoku.
I got 16 seconds counting down.
Dang, you're ahead of me, and I pay for this.
So do I.
Oh.
Hulu's not.
Oh, you're on Hulu. I'm on ESPN Plus. Which should be the same thing because Hulu and ESPN Plus are owned by Disney. All right, they're about to go into the fourth quarter here. Switching sides. What do you think of these jerseys, by the way, the whites? Greg. And he's gone. All right, switching sides. Ooh, Popeyes. You got to get it. Oh, Greg, he's popping in on this one. There he is. He's back.
Yeah,
Greg,
bumped out.
Are you there? Greg, I hear you. Greg.
Yes, I see
Here
you.
he is. Thursday's game, Giants versus Niners. Ooh, I really hope Giants and Niners. I really hope that Deontay comes on that stream.
Did you see the show sheet yet?
No, I'll have to look because I don't look until about Wednesday for the show sheet if I'm producing.
Okay, well, I gave you Bob's email address so that you can give him access to the Google Doc.
Okay, yeah, I can do that too.
I also asked Iggy for topic 1. We're looking at matchups, and I had 3 chosen. I had the 2 tight ends, Waller versus Kittle. Bob Harris has taken that one. He wanted that one. I had Purdy versus Jones. I'm taking that one. And the other one I had was Saquon versus CMC. But since Saquon's hurt, I asked Iggy to choose 2 defensive players, one from each team, and do a comparison there.
Bobby Okereke and Fred Warner.
That's fine. I don't care who they are. Just they should be close, so you have to make a decision if you had to start one, which one would you start?
And I think I heard his name is Okereke.
It is Okereke. And every time I hear that name, you know what I flash back to? The dual workout with the Lions where Jahmyr Gibbs froze the boy and then went down the sidelines to catch a touchdown.
I like Okereke, but Okereke it is. That's his name.
Yeah, but I don't know. Has he been doing very well in fantasy?
I don't know if he is.
Yeah,
Bobby O, is he doing pretty good in fantasy? I mean, if he's comparing him to Fred Warner, oh, look at this. We're talking about Fred Warner. Let's pull out some stuff.
You got a Fred Warner jersey?
No, even better, dude.
Helmet?
Yeah. And these are Greg, this isn't the cheap helmet. These are the ones that they give you on the field. It's got the warning on it, like these are the real helmets that they wear on the field.
Ah.
With the pad.
Warning? What's
these
the
are
warning
the real
for?
ones. There it is. Let's see.
Autographed?
Yeah.
Very nice.
I'm a collector.
Yeah, but you're giving all your crap away.
Yeah, I like to share. I'm nice like that.
You have
Can't
a good
hold it
heart,
all.
JC.
It
You
just-
have a good heart.
It just sits in my closet. I mean,
Oh,
I'll just
you must
go on,
have
I'll
an
bid on
office
things,
set
and
up.
if I win them, I'm like, all right, I'll hold on to that for a little bit.
You got to have an office where you set up some of the displays.
Yeah, so the Fred Warner one, those things sell for like $500, so that'll probably stick with me for a little bit.
Boy, I thought he got in and they marked him short.
Man,
Oh, that was a replay.
No, so is that Cooper? Yeah. I'm surprised that Cooper played this week. I mean, so did you see his injury last week? He did like the splits because it was raining last week, and when he fell, he like kind of did like the splits. I think they said it was like a hammy a little bit.
Amari Cooper.
Yeah.
Yeah. He actually caught some balls.
He did. And Elijah Moore did nothing. I didn't see him do a lot at all.
They threw to him a couple times. So do you have 14:54 on your clock?
Right now I am at a commercial.
Oh, that's out of bounds. They called it complete, but he's out of bounds. He didn't get the second one. Oh, maybe he did. Maybe it was his third one.
What?
There was a third down pass, and I know that he got 1 foot down. I'm not sure if he got 2 down.
So we have to get you into FF7s next year, even though it's IDP. It's a really fun league. Like
you got to explain what those are because I've got no idea.
What?
FF7s.
FF7s is Iggy's IDP. His IDP. What do you call it? Charity league, and he had 7 divisions seven conferences this year, and he has a lot of people in there. It's a blast. So it's a very you have a very, very small bench. I'll show. You know what? I'll pull it up right here. I'll pull up mine so you can kind of see. Right. Let's see. Share. All right.
Wow,
I'm in the
that's
Africa
great. I
League,
can
so-
see black screens with little white squiggles on them.
Can you see that?
I can see it, but I can't read it.
I'll read it to you. I'll read my team. So, I had my running back went down. Who did I have at running back? I think I had to drop.
Start with how many players you have on your roster.
No, not a lot. Okay, so you have quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers. I think it's a flex, but you can start a tight end, a wide receiver, running back, or tight end.
So it's
but
not a tight end mandatory.
It is tight end premium. That's the way I think that most leagues should be run. Like, you don't have to start a tight end, right? Instead of doing that, you put a flex there, and you make it tight end premium. So then you get rewarded for drafting tight ends.
Just certain ones.
Yeah, I know, but then you're not somebody who has to chase tight ends every week, right?
Yeah.
That's how I like to play. But Jared Goff, or I'm sorry. So then there's also super flex, and then there's I think defensive.
I won't be in it next year then.
Why defense?
No, because I don't like Superflex.
Oh,
I despise Superflex.
so that's what killed me last year. So I had I actually went 10-0 last year and I ended up losing in the playoffs because I had Lamar Jackson and Mark Andrews go down at the end of the year. And that really affected me. But I had, so the defense scores a lot of points. I had Anzalone in this week, dude. Anzalone had what, sack, 7 tackles, QB. I mean, Anzalone had a big week. Let's see. Oh, Marvin Mims on my bench. I had him on my bench. But the big guys I had, were Kirk Cousins, TJ Hawkinson, Jared Goff, Justin Jefferson. So I mean, I think stacking the Minnesota Vikings this year might be some smart stuff just because they're going to score a lot of points. Even if they don't win, they're going to score a lot of points,
As long as you're not stacking the running back.
No, we already know that I don't like our running backs. Do not.
Yeah, I don't like Superflex. The only Superflex league I'm ever going to play in is Scott Fishbowl.
I like Scott Fishbowl. I got beat up on this week, but the week before, it's because Ayuk got hurt. That definitely affected me.
I actually won this week, but got beat up the week before.
Yeah, it's weird. I think like a lot of people who either did really well from week 1 did really crappy week 2, or vice versa. Dang, Ford looks pretty decent.
Who does?
Ford, running back for the Browns. DeWan Ford. Oh, yeah. What's his name? What's his first name? Yeah, Ford. He's had a lot of carries today, and he's got to be averaging at least 4 yards a carry at minimum. Let me look this up.
Joe, can you hear me okay?
I hear you.
Okay, I'm going to go see if I can see the stats.
I'm pulling up right now. So is it Jerome Ford? Yeah, Jerome Ford. Jerome Ford is at 10 carries. He's at 9.5 yards per carry he's averaging. Obviously, he had one really
He
big
is. I got
run.
him for 5 for 75.
What?
I got him 5 carries, 75 yards, 15 per.
5 carries for 17 yards?
75 yards.
Oh, he must have just had another big carry then.
How
I
many
see
carries
right now. I'm looking it up right here. I'll show you.
Okay. Number 2 just caught a long pass on my
Jerome Ford right there, 10 for 95.
Okay, so my Google.
He also has 3 for 25 and a touchdown. So tonight he would have 9.5 plus 3, so 12.5 plus 2.5. 15 points plus a touchdown. So he's at 21 points tonight. That's pretty damn good.
Hey, I got him 11 carries, 96 yards. That's very good.
Yeah, so he's at about 21 points tonight. That's it's really, really good for coming up. So this, I'm gonna let you know right now, if he's out there, I'd be spending. This is somebody I might go put some money on because he's showing tonight. He's running. He is a bigger back. I mean, he's not huge like Chubb is, but he's showing that he can do big stuff. Like he had that one really, really big run, but it's not like it was just some fluke run. I mean, he made some pretty big moves to make that happen. Deshaun Watson, man. They gotta start penalizing Deshaun Watson. He's doing these face mask grabs and just pulling people down by him. That's twice now he's done it in the last like 5 minutes.
He's 5'10".
You see that where he's grabbing his face mask and pulling people down? That's illegal. You can't do that. That's twice now. He did that to somebody going out of bounds and he threw him harder by their face mask to the ground. Deshaun Watson's a dirty player.
I'm showing Ford is 5'10" and 210, I think.
That's not bad. That's not bad for running back.
No, it's not huge at all. It's small, actually.
I mean, 210. It's definitely better than like A-Chain.
Yeah, but you're talking about 210 and comparing that to somebody that's 170,
185.
185. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't think much of A-Chain long term.
No, that
He's not big enough.
is that Ahmad? They that Ahmad, he was doing pretty good. Like him and Mostert were the ones who was doing the work.
Yeah. In fact,
Ahmad had
I
a
had
couple of
Ahmad
big
as my free agent to pick up this week, but I'm going to have to change it.
Ooh,
Injury
Njoku,
to
that's a fumble.
what? Oh,
This is
you're
a
ahead of me again.
fumble. Oh yeah, that ball is out before he hits the ground. What do y'all think? That ball is out, right? That ball is out. That's got to be for sure Steelers ball there. That's got to be Steelers ball. That was a hell of a punch out. I'm at 10:35 right now, Greg.
I'm trying to get out of the screen to come out and come back in.
All right, Kenny. Oh, get him. Just throws it away. Just throws it away.
I tell you, the Pittsburgh offense just
Thanks,
hasn't been
Miles.
strong.
Myles Garrett. I think Myles Garrett's limping off to the sideline, dude. The Browns are getting out of this like with a lot of very big people hurt. Myles Garrett's hurt, dude. He just limped up, dude. Ooh, that's not good for them. That's not good for them.
So
He's
you
still
telling
out
me
there.
Cleveland's season is over now?
He's still out. No, he's still out there. He was limping though. I see him just playing through it though, because he's that kind of player. He's terrifying.
Myles Garrett?
Yeah.
I think a lot of the pass rushers are pretty scary.
There's Delpit with another tackle. I think he's got a hit, right? Delpit got another tackle there, Iggy. I don't know if he's watching, but Delpit got another tackle, so I think he got it. There's a sack.
He needed what, 6 total or 6.5?
I thought it was 5. Pick it down, 4th down. Tomlin's looking a little frustrated.
Well,
He's like, I wish Big Ben was back.
No, he doesn't. Franco, maybe. You might wish Franco were back.
Man, that was a nice stack. Ooh. Dang, that was a nice punt too. Down at the 4. Down at the 4. Greg, we can get out of here anytime you want to.
Up to you. I'm just trying to get back to the game.
You can't get it?
Oh, I can. I just I went all the way out and I'm trying to walk myself all the way back in.
All the way up.
Yeah. Before you go, I want to know if I'm even with you on time. But right now it's loading, so I don't know.
We're good. We're in a commercial break anyways. It's a commercial break. We're going to do some stretches for Iggy. Diamond Dallas Page style.
So Pat's been kind of nice to me online recently anyway.
That's good.
Yeah, everybody should be nice to everybody.
100%.
I don't hold a
Ooh.
grudge, but I
Oh,
don't always retrust.
what is that? What? The
It's a
Falcons
black
versus
screen on my
Jaguars.
TV.
Oh, did you see that the Toy Story that they did the Falcons versus Jaguars game?
No.
They made it in like Toy Story version, the whole game. They reanimated the whole like first game.
And
I mean, it's supposed to be like Toy Story style.
was it good?
I don't know. I haven't seen it. They were just showing a commercial for it.
Well, at least you've seen that. Right now, mine's trying to load.
Your
Hey,
Hulu?
I got a Browns. Now I've got a commercial. Elementals.
Yeah, you're behind then.
Yeah.
You should just let me look stats up. If you're on your phone, especially, I can look stats up. So Chubb, 10 for 64. That's it. So he got 6.4 points tonight, and he's done for the season, most likely. Deshaun Watson, 17 for 176, a touchdown and an interception. 5 for 19 carries. That's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
What about
Kenny Pickett has a better stat line than Deshaun Watson. They have the same amount of touchdowns per interceptions. Yeah, what's up, Chris? I'm gonna tell you right now. I have Nick Chubb in a lot of leagues, so I'm pretty bummed out too. And I'm hoping that he's at least out there in a couple. Yeah, because he looked pretty damn good tonight. 21 fantasy points right now. I'd be even if they bring somebody in, they won't be ready to go for a couple weeks. But if you can get Ford this week and Ford goes off next week, I'd be immediately selling him.
why?
Because of the amount. I mean, that's profit. You could probably get him for somebody else who's not producing that, like a Gibbs or something.
You're telling them to give away my boy.
I'm not telling you to give away Gibbs. I like Gibbs. I'm saying go get him. Like if you can find players like that, like a Puka right now, Puka's stat. I mean, you could probably sell Puka for a first and something. For he's the top fantasy player right now, wide receiver.
So why would you give him away?
Because that could all go away. It can happen. I mean, yeah, it could maybe.
He could also not go.
Yeah,
away.
he could also. But what happens if he doesn't? The value. You're thinking about selling stocks, right? If you sell stocks, the value is so high right now, it's ridiculous.
Okay, I'm showing the stadium coming in now.
Elijah Moore just had a nice toe tap. I'm at 813. 808.
I'm at 901, so you're killing me. I went all the way out to come back.
That was a nice catch by Elijah Moore, man. I wish they would use him a little bit more. So Elijah Moore right now, let me reload this. Elijah Moore right now is at 1 for 5 for rushing, and he's at 2 for 22 for catches. That's not very good.
No,
at all. Amari Cooper came in tonight with the injury and is at 6 for 82. So I'm really glad that I mentioned.
That's good flex play.
Yeah, Puka against the 49ers. Yeah, dropping. Yeah. Puka's a beast. It's hard to sell someone like that, but at the same time, you're like, if you think about the value right now, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, but people never pay value.
They do if they see what's going on there. Fumble, recovery, TJ Watt, touchdown! Woo! Let's go, TJ Watt, baby!
You're just trying to ruin this for me, aren't you?
I want to know who caused. Alex Highsmith caused the fumble. Deshaun Watson is a joke. Sorry. That's true. Highsmith coming out from the outside at the end. Pops the ball out, tackles him. TJ Watt picks the ball up, runs it in for 15, touchdown. That was a hell of a play. That was a hell of a play. TJ Watt. Oh, he did the Deion Sanders too. High stepped it into the end zone. All right, 26-22. Up by 4. Sorry, Deshaun. Get back out there.
Yeah, and on my screen, he is back out there.
Man, talk about field awareness. I mean, man. Hell of a turnover. So let's see. That's 1 turnover. So two turnovers for touchdowns right now.
Yeah, for the Steelers.
Yep. Okay, so right now.
So the Steelers' defense has outscored their offense.
Correct. And right now, the Browns are at 4 turnovers. Tonight, TJ Watt, 4 tackles, 5 pressures, 1 sack, and a touchdown. Oh, fumble recovery and a touchdown. Ooh, if you have him in IDP leagues right now, you're really happy. That's a big night. And Alex Highsmith too. I mean, forced fumble.
Who was it that came around the corner to cause a fumble?
Alex Highsmith, and who also has a touchdown tonight. Like them two tonight, if you have them both in Dynasty or in IDP together, you'd be dominating right now. 2 touchdowns from defenders, both of them with caused fumble, or one of them with a fumble cause, and one of them with
Forced fumble.
Yeah, forced
fumble. Is that what you're looking for? Tackles. Forced fumble. I love working with you, buddy.
I love working with you too, man.
You get excited. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, I like football's crazy. That's what I'm saying. Football is nuts. Like anything can happen. And you remember the script, the NFL script? They're supposed to be trying to write out. I think they were trying to write out Mahomes, but it sounds like they're trying to write out Burrow now.
Oh, you talking about the advertisement?
Yeah. Dang.
I posted that in a clip to somebody.
So funny.
About Kirko.
In the chains.
Yeah.
Ford just turned a -4 loss into a first down, which was like 10 yards.
Yeah, what's your time on it?
I'll let you know when they come back from the replay. Damn, that was really good. This kid, Jerome Ford, man, he might be worth going out and spending a lot of fab on. I might be doing it a lot this week, especially being an owner.
I got 629.
Me too.
Okay. We're caught up.
We are good to go. Please set the play clock to 25 seconds.
6:20. Oh.
Play clock.
Play clock, not the. Yeah.
Deshaun, man, he's looking a little disheveled.
Well, he's been hit. Ford took a shot on the sideline.
That's head to head, man. So why did defenders get that penalty, but people on the offense don't get that penalty?
It's who initiates the hit.
Well, that for sure was the offensive player. Damn, man. Ford looks good. He's looking good. I'd be dumping some change on him.
What percentage of your fab would you pay for him?
As a Chubb owner, a lot. Probably more than 50%. Sadly to say, because I'm not somebody who wants to dump that much on somebody, but after watching tonight, if they depend on him and they don't go get somebody, it'll be worth it.
How did Pittsburgh's defense do in week 1?
They didn't look too. I mean, they obviously
They
they
played
were on the field.
49ers.
They were on the field a lot.
They played 49ers, right?
Yeah, I mean,
How did Christian McCaffrey do?
he did pretty good.
So you may not want
And it
to.
wasn't even McCaffrey who did good. It was, Ayuk had 3 touchdowns.
No, I understand that. But before you decide whether you want to spend a lot of money on Ford, you have to decide, is Pittsburgh a good enough defense that you're seeing a representation of what you're going to see in the future?
Well, I mean, they're good at getting to they're good at getting to the QB. I mean, McCaffrey had a good game. I mean, McCaffrey's good though.
Yeah, he's all right.
But I mean, what Pittsburgh is like their best at is like getting to the QB, disrupting the QB. Like the running back, I feel like they don't as much. I feel like, but they're more of a QB disruptor. Like I wonder how many times Deshaun Watson's been sacked tonight.
He's been hit a lot. He was hit once, twice on that play. By 3
Like having
different players.
Highsmith on one side and having TJ Watt on the other, like that's terrifying.
Yeah, and they're doing it with the 4-man rush. Boy, that pass is way out. I think they've shaken up Watson.
Yeah, he shook. I mean, they should be able to win this game.
Well, they need to score one more time to put it away.
That defense has done everything. The defense has done everything.
Yeah, but they've still given up 22 points. Which is more than their offense has scored.
Well, let's see.
They've also scored 14. Whoa. That was dangerous.
Damn, Delpit is at 5, 4 tackles, 1 assist, and an interception. So let me reset that just to make sure.
Does he need one more tackle, or is he good?
I don't know. I wonder if he was at 5 or it was 4.5 or 4.
And do assists count as tackles?
Yeah, they do.
He said that on the other one, but I don't know if that's true on all bets.
Tackles plus assists. I think his
Najee's back in.
Tackles plus assists.
Najee's just not getting anything.
No, he isn't. I think it's more than that. I think that line is a suspect.
He did have a couple big plays, though, right?
Yeah, he had that. Remember, 30 yards. I mean, he's 9 for 42, so he's still averaging 4.7 yards a carry, which is really good for a running back.
Really good for him. He's usually close to 4.0.
Jalen Warren's 5 for 12, which is 2.4 yards per carry.
Yeah, but Warren's added the receiving. He's had a big day receiving.
4 for 66.
Yeah.
There's another one for him.
Oh, what's that, about 8 yards for him on that one?
Dude, that was a nice run.
It was. He's a jitterbug. He really is.
Man, it's tough news with the Nick Chubb stuff. It's gonna suck because I think he's gonna probably end up being out for the year. That's what I'm saying. It's like you almost have to go, unless you're hoping for somebody else to come there. But if they go 1-1, if they can't get the win here, damn, Pickett.
There were a couple injuries to backs this weekend, weren't there?
Yeah, Saquon, Jamal Williams. I mean, we were talking about it earlier. It's a lot of running backs a lot of starting running backs that are out. Jonathan Taylor's out. Kamara's out.
Well, Taylor's out because of Versay, and he's
Austin Eckler's out.
Yeah, is Eckler out for more than more
I
than
don't
a
know,
week.
but it still was this week. That's a lot of starting running backs getting hurt or going out.
It is. It absolutely. And David Montgomery's out now.
Yeah, David Montgomery. That's a lot of starters.
And he'll probably be out 2 to 3 weeks.
It's rough, man.
And everybody's wondering, well, does that mean Jahmyr Gibbs gets more touches? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either.
He may get more in the passing game. He got 7 receptions this week, but he only got 7 carries. And I think they want to keep him right around 15 touches. I don't think they want him getting up 20, 25 touches. So that's why I said,
some crazy
Huh?
stats. Steelers are tied for the most. Is it Monday Night Football wins?
52.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah.
All right, here comes Deshaun. Disheveled is what he is.
He's got good field position to start, 25.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not like he was pinned. But he can't, a field goal doesn't do him any good. He's got to score a touchdown. And with what, 3 minutes left?
Yeah, 2 minutes and
Doesn't
55
have a lot of
seconds.
time.
Gets plenty of time.
Not a lot of time. If he scores a field goal, they're not going to have time to score a second time.
No. They're gonna have to.
They have to
go
score a
for
touchdown.
7.
Yeah.
And a penalty. Dirty laundry on the field. Dirty laundry. It'll be nice, Greg, eventually when we start getting this going a little bit more and we have more people in the background doing some stuff, then Iggy and I can start focusing more on content. I'd like to be able to start doing more video editing, more graphic stuff, still doing some content and video, this stuff, but we just focus on so much other stuff. It's just like, ugh.
Oh, I know. You know what I'd like to do more of? Sleeping.
I feel you there, brother.
You get my age, naps are very important when you turn 60, trust me.
Oh, their naps are important at 36 too, I'll tell you that. Naps,
I don't know. When I was 36, I don't think I took naps.
I'm gonna tell you. So in Japan, which is what's crazy, is they take an hour-long lunch break, and they use it for nap time. Literally, they eat and take a nap. You'll see like people that are building scaffold and working on. You'll see them all just out laying in the yard, like out in the lawn. Under
I
trees.
think I'd rather have a 2-hour lunch break and use it for massages.
Oh, that's probably good too.
In the Philippines, an hour-long massage costs $8.
Oh yeah, I mean everything out there is like really inexpensive.
In Thailand, it costs $10.
I think in is it like Guam and stuff too, like super cheap.
I haven't been to Guam. I'd like to
Philippines. I gotta go out there because I love Filipino food. I love man, I love
the people in the Philippines are very friendly.
Oh, I know. I had a lot of friends, in the military that married Filipino women, and they cook some of the best food. Yeah,
Filipinos are the guys.
Filipina.
Filipina. Or Pinay.
Pinay, yep. Yeah, we would buy a lot of stuff from them out there because it was pretty close from where I lived in Okinawa.
And for Americans, the best thing about it?
What?
They speak English.
They do. And they have great food Great food.
I think the Thai food is actually better than Filipino food.
Well, I like curry, so that's why I like that. But I like
you like lechon?
Lumpia. I like lumpia a lot. And which is like a Filipino egg roll.
Do you like lechon?
Yeah, I like lechon.
Do you know what it is?
I guess I don't know. I just know I like it.
It's pig. It's pork.
Oh, it's good.
Lechon.
I like
a lot of times it's actually a lot of times they actually cook it on a spit and spin it. So they cook the whole pig. They cut the innards out, of course, but they actually take it and they cook it over a fire.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a foodie, so we were talking about that earlier, and it's just like the traveling stuff. It's like I like to travel because I like food.
Yeah, it's always different everywhere you go. I'll tell you one thing I did not like when I lived in Thailand. They opened a Taco Bell in Bangkok. And so I took a trip up there just to get Taco Bell because you go a year without a food you like, and I like Taco Bell. I wanted to get the bean burritos with extra cheese. I was really looking forward to it. Taco Bell in Thailand at least 2 years ago, no beans. How do
So
you how do you do Mexican with no beans?
it's crazy. So when I lived in Japan in Okinawa, they had McDonald's off base,
Yeah.
and their McDonald's there, like everyone dresses super fancy, like they have to go to school to work there. And the food looks exactly like the picture. Like it's so nice and good. Except you order like a large soda and it's like this big.
I know. Their idea of large is a little bit different than ours.
And they had just like right when I was leaving, they had just opened a Domino's right off base, and their pizzas were like 30 something dollars a pizza. It's like what?
We went into a McDonald's in the Philippines, or maybe a Jollibee. I think it was a Jollibee in the Philippines. And I'm standing there and I'm 6 foot tall and I am towering over everybody. I felt like a 7'4" guy in a basketball camp for teenagers. Um, my wife is 5 foot tall, and I could actually see her forehead because she was an inch taller than most of the people there. Just
It's funny.
amazing. They're really short. And people thought she was Filipina because she's Mexican. She's got the skin tone.
Yep.
Filipinos have that darker skin tone. Their eyes are not as slanted as most people think of for Asians, but they are a little bit. Oh, they had him and he ran right by him.
It doesn't matter. He threw it out there. He's so pressured. It's ridiculous. Like he can't even think,
They're
man.
not blocking. I mean, that guy came around the edge and was untouched. If he hadn't have missed him,
It's because
well,
TJ Watt
Deshaun's a big quarterback, so you got to hit him square. You can't just reach out and grab him. And he just stepped up and got a 37 for the Steelers. Went by him.
a sack. Get him. Oh my god. Yeah, sack.
You're a little bit ahead of me again. I just snapped the
Dang,
ball.
wow.
Yeah. Oh, they missed him.
No, they get him.
Yeah, for a 3-yard loss
That's still a
instead of an
sack.
8-yard loss.
Another sack. 4th down. I mean, they have to go for it here.
138.
4th and 10.
How many timeouts do they have?
I
One.
didn't see it. Maybe
One
one.
timeout left for the Browns. Yep, they have to go for it.
Still a sack.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have that
Yeah,
defense,
it was a
it's still
sack. It counts. But man, that first hit.
Yeah, he just got rolled
He
off.
gained 6 yards from where that first hit was.
Nope.
Deshaun,
All right, game over. That's game.
Oh, he must miss the 4th down then.
Yeah. Joey Porter Jr. He's a rookie.
Yeah, but he's got good bloodlines.
Yeah, he does. Myles Garrett sitting on the sideline. All sad. Yeah, I mean, sorry.
Well, nobody likes to lose.
Deshaun Watson, man.
I think, I think he's still going to have some good years left. He's got the talent. He hasn't lost that. His supporting cast is not very good, but the Texans one wasn't either. And he consistently finished in the top 5 quarterbacks.
I might be dumping some money on Ford.
I think you have to.
105 yards, man. He's at average 7 yards rushing tonight. That's
I think you have to. You have 2 touchdowns?
I mean, he did have one, the 71 yard. No, he had 1 touchdown.
Okay.
Receiving. He didn't have any rushing touchdowns. That was pure.
Yeah, but he missed a rushing one by what, a half yard?
Yeah.
Actually, closer than that if you look at the
That should be
replay.
pass interference.
Porter?
It's uncatchable, but it should be pass interference.
Yeah, it was just kind of grabbing on his jersey.
I mean, it's uncatchable. It's over his head. It's out of bounds. He's not gonna be able to catch that and stay in bounds. I mean, maybe,
but it still should be holding. He doesn't have to be catchable for it to be holding.
That's true.
And he did reach out and grab him.
All right. Tuesday night.
Nice, JC. I enjoyed it.
It was really, really good. So we got Tuesday night show. Game. So we got Off the Backboard with Rico. That starts at 8 Eastern. That's a Twitter space, and then that's just basketball talk. They really like to keep basketball going all year, just because basketball will be coming up, around Christmas time. But we also have the Game Changers with Carla and Wendy at 9:30 Eastern. That's going to be a YouTube show. They have Hope Myers on. What was that?
Featuring.
Yeah, Hope Myers. Hope Myers is going to be on the show tomorrow. And then Wednesday, I haven't decided what we're going to do yet for Wednesday. I'm going to look at some things. Wednesday
Hang on a second, JC. I just want to say, anybody that's listening still, if you got a girlfriend or a wife and you want her to get interested or involved in fantasy sports, check out Game Changers. Have your girlfriend or wife or daughter check out Game Changers. The ladies are great ambassadors for the hobby.
They are really great, and they're fun and knowledgeable. And it's the best part is they're fantasy consumers and football consumers, and we're putting them into the universe of being content creators. So it's even more fun as they're learning to be creators, but as consumers. So it's kind of where we kind of started, being consumers and then getting into the industry, which makes it really fun to watch them grow. Wednesday, midweek madness. I'll figure out something for midweek madness. Thursday, obviously we got Greg's show. It's going to be a good time with Bob Harris. And that's the pregame for football, and then we had the watch party with the Fantasy Football Advice Network, and then after that, the Fantasy Football Advice Network puts on a show as well, and I hop on that. Friday we got Craig's show for football. Coach goes back to college for NCAA. He talks about some of his bets for the week. And Saturday, Sunday, we kind of have off a little bit. But Sunday, there is the betting show before the game start. Iggy hops on with SoCal Ball Nerd, our guy Evan, and they talk about some bets. But a lot of things are coming out. We're having a lot more fun doing this. It's getting to be a 5-day-a-week thing, kind of, and this is supposed to be a network. We're gonna try to build it into a network, positive network, inclusive network. It's a fun time, and we got a Hall of Fame rider with us, with Greg, and we got some really, really good, really, really, really good-hearted people. So this can only go up, right, Greg?
Right. And if anybody out there is interested in joining the team, I'm sure JC and Iggy would be happy to entertain they take articles if you want to write, and if you want to do a podcast. I'll be honest, I do a podcast because I'm lazy. I retired 5-6 years ago from writing. I was a Hall of Fame writer, but writing takes a lot of time. Doing a podcast, I probably spend an hour and a half to 2 hours putting together the show sheet. And then I spend maybe 45 minutes researching the answers for the topics. Other than that, I don't do a whole lot of research for this show, which is why you should probably listen to my co-hosts if you ask questions about your team. But one thing that we do on my show is we open the mics to the audience, and we usually get pretty good participation. But we're going to have a Hall of Famer on with us this week, and one of the original guards. I went into the first class of the Fantasy Sports Writers Hall of Fame in 2010, but I learned 90% of what I know about this hobby from Bob Harris. Now, he went in 2-3 years later, but he's also a Hall of Famer, and he taught me. When else are you going to get a chance to ask a personal question about your team? Any question. Should I pick up a free agent? Should I drop a player? Who should I start? This guy or this guy? You ask that, and we will answer it on the air live. And all you got to do is show up, and then when we open the mics, raise your hand in the space, and we'll be happy to take your call and answer your question to the best of our ability.
Yeah, Bob Harris is a great guy. Also does a lot of stuff on XM radio, has his own podcast. Just big guy in the industry, really, really big heart. Just a great human being. So make sure you all hop on with us. Thursdays are amazing. Love getting to spend time with you, Greg, on Thursdays. So hopefully next year we can figure out a way where we can make it more interactive. Maybe bring a couple, just invite like 4 or 5 guests to just pop in, on a YouTube, maybe just like, all right, just get or maybe we could figure out a way where we can get like a call-in line, something like that. If we can get a call-in line and we can take calls, that would be kind of fun. Live calls would be really fun.
Yeah, you or Iggy mentioned that. I just don't know what it would cost. Get an 800 number.
We can figure it out, especially by next year. I think this is going to be growing pretty rapidly throughout the season, and then in the off season, it should grow extremely rapidly, and we should be able to figure something out because, like I said, this is a great community. We're only here to spread positivity. We're only here to include people. This is
we're here to have fun.
Yeah, it's about having fun. We're all about having fun. If you're not having fun, why the hell are you doing it? I mean, it's a game. Fantasy football is a game. I mean, these podcasts, it's fun. Getting to do these watch parties, it's an honor. Getting to hang out with people in the audience. And like I said, I mean, if anybody ever wants to hop on, you just have to put in the chat. If you want to hop on, I mean, it's a watch party. These are open invites. So as long as you want to come on and have fun with us,
you for that. I went in and tried to post in the chat, and the chat was turned off.
Oh, I'm sorry. I must have messed up.
No, it's all right. I figured out how to get in. That's all I was going to do was ask you to provide me a link so I didn't have to search for it. But I found
one thing I need to do too is anybody that's part of TSA is give everybody access to, and I can show you that too, Greg. Get you access to, I mean, this basically all you do is type in our email, and then I just have to send you a code and you just pop right
thank you. No, thank you. I'm a retired guy. Everything I do, I have to negotiate with my wife of 46 years.
Smart man.
Well, yeah, but if I want to do this and continue doing it, I've got to do something for her and make her happy. And so one show a week is enough. It really is. I'll appear on others. I'll occasionally stop by to listen. But I can't be consistently doing 4 or 5 things. Just can't do that.
Oh, we appreciate all the time that we can get from you. Anytime we can get from you, Greg, we love.
Well, I enjoy you guys.
Too. I mean, you're a great human too. I mean, I can't wait for the expo again next year. I'm looking
forward to it. I'm planning on it.
It's going to be good. It's going to be even bigger. So make sure y'all make it out to the expo. Bob Long, it's happy birthday to him. It's his birthday still. I guess
glad you reminded me that.
Considered on the East Coast time. So his birthday is only for another 8 minutes there.
Yep, I got to send him out a happy birthday.
And he also gained 2 grandchildren. I think it was his daughter. I think he said his daughter or his son. Adopted 2 kids, so he gained 2 grandchildren. So double congratulations to him on one day. That's amazing.
Well, bye guys. I got to get off to say happy birthday to Bob.
All right, appreciate everyone for coming hanging out. See you later.